it again, and I'm looking to see what they've changed.
I feel like Talon were fantastic at neutering Darion and minimizing his ability to get picks. So we'll see if they're well drilled enough.
Hello.
They didn't have a great last time on Abyss.
Welcome to another day, another step down memory lane about the 2025 season.
That's right. We still have a full best of 3.
How's everyone doing today?
And maybe this one could go all the way as well. The desk talked about it, but on paper, it really kind of, maybe it depends on the map, maybe the condition of the day, but it could go 50-50.
Yeah, it really does feel like that. I mean, just again, like looking at the map, like Pilsky said, you really can't fully tell. And then this chamber, I'm feeling a little bit iffy. I normally love Darian, but
yeah, I mean, I think we're all seeing the
What's
same
up, Camper?
patterns, right? The Haven continuously getting banned regardless of the opponent, still leaving this Abyss open despite some of the mishaps. But
What's up,
this
Mr.
time,
Pacifier?
some consistency carried over, sticking with that chamber composition. And I think we saw some inklings of, okay, this is what the theory is behind it. They just weren't able to get the win. We'll see if it's cleaned up a bit more in just 2 days' time. GE going to be starting on that defense. DFM will be looking to attack in this very first half.
I really gotta hope that kind of like what Big Time was saying.
Okay. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. So I want to give a bit of context to this game. Want to answer some questions if anybody has any before we actually get into the breakdown. This is the lower bracket of Kickoff. So we had just played Talon 2 days prior on the 25th of January. Obviously we lost that series. We watched it yesterday. If you haven't seen that one, make sure you check out the VOD. And then 2 days later, so we had 1 day of practice. We played DFM, and we were pretty confident going into this because we'd scrimmed DFM several times during the offseason. They didn't seem like they were that good. Obviously, we were continuing to ban Haven because we had just decided that was our permaban. So the veto went ban Haven. They pick Abyss because obviously we looked pretty bad on Abyss on the first match against Secret. And then we had lost it again to Talon. So we picked Split, which was our comfort map. They banned Pearl, which was our other comfort map. We banned Fracture because it was kind of up in the air. And then Lotus was the last one. I think we probably would have played the Triple Senti again. I think we would have played the Triple Senti again. I don't totally remember. We might have tried another comp. We might have done a different comp on this one. I don't remember. But we didn't make it to the third map anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant. But yeah, that's like the context of this match. We felt pretty good going into it. We felt like we probably could have won the Talon series, especially like the Abyss game. We had a lot of opportunities to win that one, and we just kind of like let it slip a little bit. So we were ready to bounce back. And honestly, I don't totally remember this series that well. I do know that we started Abyss very poorly. I think they won like 8 straight rounds or something like that. I remember feeling like we had gotten perfectly antied on this, which was crazy because we'd only practiced it 1 day. And it seemed like they had like perfectly called like the exact rounds that would beat our first like 3 or 4 rounds of the game. So that felt pretty bad. And we just got really snowballed on. So yeah, we'll kind of go through and we'll relive the pain, I guess, because I don't totally remember how this went down, but I do remember that it really sucked. So let's go ahead and hop into it. I guess first questions. Did I know that GE was adding Frost? Yeah, I was aware that they were in talks with him. I knew that he was one of the options that they were talking to. Actually, I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess I don't actually know whether it's fully confirmed or not. Again, it's just like a rumor. Until they actually announce something publicly, I don't know. But I do know that they were talking to him at some point. Have I seen the Scuba Mata clip? No, I have not. What's the Scuba Mata clip? Do you think it's worth it to have a very pistol-heavy game plan? Is there any way to make it less of a coin flip? Yeah, you should absolutely be scripting your pistols to try and win them as often as possible. It's definitely not supposed to be a 50-50 if you game plan correctly on the pistols. There's a lot of stuff that you can do to make pistols less 50-50, and if you can win more pistols, obviously you have a really good chance of winning this series. What's GE like as an org? I mean, I think it's a bit chaotic, but you know, the people are nice. But yeah, there's been quite a bit of chaos in the org. You know, some of it is sort of like not really their fault either. So, Scuba Mata ranked play dispute. I mean, what do I search for to see this? Scuba Mata. Is it this?
For our new pro players in the chat. So we have Brock and we have John. Let's set the record straight. Let's set the record straight.
Yes.
Leaf agreed with me. All right. Kane Zera agreed with me.
Okay, I'm starting to see a pattern here, but let's go.
Killer Sky. Ready? Go.
Drop toe.
Timber backside.
Make him TP.
Timber's backside. You ever gonna help, bro?
Make him TP.
Standing.
Oh my god, he didn't TP, bro.
You ever gonna help, bro?
Oh my god, he didn't TP, bro.
What are you doing, bro?
Shut up, let me play. Bro, 4 of you can't kill him backside. 4 of you. 4 of you.
What is this game? 36-24? What the hell? That's crazy. Let's see. Trust me, guys, he's coming back. Just cannot prove it. I am not coming back to GE. I am not affiliated with GE anymore. I was not asked to come back to GE. How's this year's roster looking? I don't know, man. I don't know what the roster is. I've only seen rumors, so I'm not going to speculate on it. So should he have helped or no? I mean, it's kind of a weird situation. Like, I understand that he's trying to get ahead of the space, and sometimes you have to just trust your teammates to trade out a single guy on site. He got 2 openers. There's 1 guy left on site. There's 4 people coming in after him. They should definitely kill the chamber. You know, maybe he should collapse on the backside, but at the same time, I think it's totally fine for him to go try and catch the people that are rotating in from CT. I think it was probably not that bad of a play from Mata, to be honest. Good and bad things about GE management. I mean, I'm not really gonna talk shit about people that I used to work for. Like I said, there's like a bit of chaos in the org, but they're all very passionate and nice. So it's like it wasn't like a bad experience working with them. I think you should add on a pin message that I'm not affiliated. I mean, if you just read the pin message, then you would see that that is exactly what I wrote. So I've already done that. What is Juvenile doing now? Like I said, I don't talk to him. I haven't talked to him since he got banned. I don't know what he's doing, and I don't care. I don't even think it's like a baity play. He's just taking space. Like, he got his entries, and he's just taking more space. His teammates should be able to fill in and trade this guy out. He's like basically securing the kill if his team can just not get 4K'd by this chamber. What do you mean by chaos? I mean, it's just not like particularly organized sometimes. Like, stuff is like just a little bit chaotic. It's not like it's not like the most structure of a company, I guess. But that also allows you to have a lot of freedom to do what you want to some extent. So it's not like the environment was bad working for GE. It's just not like, yeah, there was chaos, there was visa stuff, like, you know. I'm not beefing with Juvenile, I just don't talk to him. like we worked together for a few months, he got banned, I don't talk to him. It's basically as simple as that. It's just like a random, are you okay? Are you friends with every single person you've ever worked with? My guess is no. You probably don't even know where any of them are. Like in previous jobs, your fellow employees probably have moved on and you probably don't talk to them, right? I would assume so. Bold of me to assume chat has a job. I mean, that is true. That is true. Yeah. And again, I'm not gonna speculate on rumored stuff. It's just not a good thing to do from my perspective as somebody with like some inside information. So I'm just gonna kind of like let the org announce stuff, and then I'll talk about whatever the finalized rosters of the various teams are. You understood that Frost and I had similar thinking and theory about. I mean, we both come from Dota 2. Like both of us kind of cut our teeth in esports and Dota 2, so we have a very similar idea of like how agents and characters work. So that's probably where a lot of like the similarities in thinking come from. But yeah. Okay, let's get into the VOD, guys. Let's get into the DFM game, and we can kind of see where things went wrong for us at the start of the year. Because, like I said, we beat Secret. We felt okay about it. We played Talon. It was a close game. We thought we probably could have won the series. So coming into this game, we were very confident that we were going to beat this team. And so now we're going to go through and kind of see what happened. Join back as AC. I have not been asked to assistant coach the team, so I won't be assistant coaching. Yeah, I mean it's basically as simple as that. Like if I'd been asked to be the assistant coach, I probably would have considered it. But I've not been asked to be the assistant coach, and so they released me. It's basically as simple as that. Thoughts on Team Secret? I have no idea what the roster is supposed to be. But yeah, all right, here we go. Round number 1, pistol round. You can see, let me pull up my Epic pen so I can draw on the screen. Boom. All right, so our pistol, the last time, I think we had the chamber over here. He was taking this line, so this time we've put a little bit of a variation on this. We've got the jet holding this angle, which is a very strong angle, and then we're going to walk the chamber down middle. Chamber is going to take this angle, and then going to be supported by the breach. Unfortunately for us, these guys have the God read on this particular pistol round, and they're going to double initiator util middle, which is going to catch us off guard and totally fuck our pistol. So here we go.
This wild card at the chamber really finds its value right now. I mean, it really hinges on some of the shots, especially on the defensive side. You're banking on, you know, the sniping and whatnot, but DFM now on the attack. Movements in towards mid.
Yeah, they want to deny any sort of this early position from.
And also, I will say, mega troll from Derek here does not put down his teleport for whatever reason. I think we were a little bit late getting into the setup, but he's supposed to put his teleport here, so he can teleport from library to here. but for whatever reason, he doesn't have his trip down or his teleport down, so he just walks out, gets scanned, and dies.
Sniping and whatnot, but DFM now on the attack. Movements in towards mid.
Yeah, they want to deny any sort of this early position from that chamber.
Jesus.
And didn't
And
have
Kelly dies trying to save Derek.
So Darion just nowhere to go.
So right off the bat, really bad start.
Second one,
Really
wall
bad start
bang
for our
as
pistol.
well. Oh my god. Now DFM pretty much kind of get free reign across the map. Be slowly a little bit in towards B now. There are still some stars to work against.
There's going to be some long range from Yudotan trying to keep them at bay, but he takes so much damage down to 6.
Yudo gets a
It's going to be a re-clear from Poppy as well.
Poppy comes out, gets one, but Yudo's falling out, so it's just a 1v3.
So maybe
Not the best teamwork from us on this round.
Needing to do quite a bit. Yudotan looking to set up a bit of a flank, but straight in towards the smoke. It's just Jinpung taking down Crystal.
And Yudotan already just taking the choice of, hey, I'll get whatever kills I can on the exit. He's going to run in, see if he can catch anyone off guard. Looks like they heard some noise right there at the end, so they're ready for it. They'll mass themselves away. Yudotan should be
It's an
falling to the
unwinnable
same
situation for
market.
Yudo. Bro, they're saying you are back as AC on GE Twitter. Like, actually, the Global Esports Twitter is posting that, or just random people are saying I'm back? Because if it's anybody other than the official Twitter account, I would not believe it.
Confidently, you're able to push out mid because you have to. Wherever the chamber is, you have to take these aggressive angles to make sure you punish them from trying to clear that space.
Yeah, you totally need to set that up, or at least just give yourself some kind of an escape route. But right now, next round straight in towards B, just everything open up for DFM.
Yeah, just stacking onto A side GE. They take that choice and down they go.
All right.
Off the map, and it is a flawless.
So we jump off, but they do get the spike down, so we don't really deny them that extra money. Personally, I'm still not totally sold that jumping off the map is the correct way to play this map. All right, so first gun round, very important round. We don't want to get snowballed on here. We go with a 3-person middle. I think we're going to double push this potentially. Got anchoring Astra over here, and then Sova for early info on A.
We gotta stop this. Stop this nonsense. Anyway, GE now with their own buy.
I would say Sentinel is probably easier to learn than Smokes for duelist players.
Some presence, but not sure of the exact information. Crystal doesn't have a good out right now. Just some smokes to mask his position. It's going to be the double fake smokes coming up from DFM, and then they look to jump in, but the fall
Okay, good counter utility from Kelly.
Util back there from Kelly, yes, but right now, I mean, Art's still being
But they're in. We don't have recon. Let's see.
So the spike gets planted, but Heaven.
Crystal, we talked about it yesterday when we were watching this. Crystal likes to use his drone a little too early. Let's see if he does it again here. Nope, he saves his drone until we're in position, which is good. Is he going to drone now, though?
They know there's one Heaven. They know there's multiple in the back of side as well.
Okay, he recons. Here comes the drone. Okay, so the utility timing from Crystal is great. We do have 4 people coming from CT, which I don't love. And we don't coordinate coming through the smoke at all. So we're kind of just letting Mei solo hold a choke. Get a couple kills, but it's way too late to actually win this round now. So pretty bad coordination to start this map. I remember, I think at this point, like 3 rounds in, the coaching staff, we were pissed. we were pissed at how we were playing.
You've seen so many highlights from this kid right there in that same exact position once again, leading the charge.
Truly right where he's able to make it happen. Still though, being able to keep some of these guns at least for GE, maybe able to strike back. There is a bit of a stack towards the B site.
Waiting for that push out. Given the round, they know that there were saves, so they imagine kind of these hero rifles gonna be doubled up and pushing out. Crystal just holding on his own. He cannot land.
Okay, I don't totally know what the fuck this setup is either. Like, I don't really know why Crystal is solo holding this. We've got strong side of the map with 4 people, 1 person here. Crystal's just playing totally in the open. Doesn't use recon to check. I have no idea what we're doing at this point. I think If we don't call a timeout after this round, I don't know what the fuck we're doing. But this is ridiculous. Like, what is he doing here?
Round, they know that there were saves, so they imagine kind of these hero rifles gonna be doubled up and pushing out. Crystal just holding on his own. He cannot land the headshot and eventually
This
gets
is just
taken
genuinely a
down.
terrible
Just a little
play.
bit of damage against May.
I don't know, even if he did, it's just...
Where's
way
my
too
farewell
wide
post?
position
I don't know
for
if I'll
him,
get
so
one.
that
We'll
is
see.
gonna be the open A site now for DFM. Fully on through and in. GE, you know, they might be able to get towards the back side of things, but how do you really launch a retake like this? You're just looking for, you know, maybe some possible kills to start things off.
Yeah, they are going to have that fault line to peek, but look at Art's position. He has no intent on fighting this. They want to catch info and then back out in towards the site. He's going to see it. He's going to back out. There's that fault line, but there's the recon. Jinbung by him as well. It is more than one. So DFM almost baiting them in towards the kills. If
Oh my God.
great, but if May or anybody else
Dude,
can,
the coordination on these swings is so bad. Like, what are we doing? I'm getting... I already lived through this, and I'm getting mad again. I'm getting mad again. We're playing so badly right now. Okay, no timeout is called. We're just going to go ahead and run it back. We're going to have Derek walk down middle. Unsupported, so nobody will break a drone if there is a drone coming. But 2-1-2 setup.
Guns at the same time, but right now, first full buy truly coming up from GE.
The operator for Darion. It has to come down to this.
It's like they're full execing B.
To hold down these long sight lines. Not able to really
Okay, we are going to have 3 people here quickly.
Sensing the util reinforcement call already made. The Hunter Sphere being sent through. It's an all-in from DFM. Straight off towards the off angle, though. Yudotan not quite able to find too much just yet. Darren up from heaven, picking up the first. Yudotan falling back in towards the smoke. Just
Wait, where was Poppy playing?
Sensing the util.
Really dodged the flash, but still trying to hold on to the position.
Sensing the util reinforcement call already made. The Hunter Sphere being sent through. It's an all-in from DFM. Straight off towards the off angle, though. Yudotan not quite able to find too much just yet. Darren up from heaven, picking up the first. Yudotan falling back in towards the smoke just to buy a little bit more time.
I feel like we're like... I feel like we're just totally trolling how we're playing defense on this map.
Quick with the gravity well as well. Now the cloud burst just to, you know, fend things off a little bit, but Crystal peeks into the shot from Jen. All that's left.
Since I'm not in GE now,
but swaps over the headhunter, not quite able to land the shots. May takes him down for the 5-0.
I'm not sure what your question is. We definitely had we just had some like IGL clashes.
It is a choice whether you call it now just for tempo or
yeah,
whether
I don't know.
we just had
a bunch of problems this year.
The players still cannot quite figure it out in the serve.
So in an ideal world, I'm gonna go to Valplant real quick because I think it's kind of important to understand how you're supposed to play defense. And we can see if we actually do play defense correctly like this. So basically on B site, obviously this is the new map, but even on the old map, B site is like impossible to hold. The only way that you can hold B site is if you literally just smoke this and you play in your smoke, and then you've got like a supportive person that either plays from here or here, and then these two players kind of like fight World War III while everybody else tries to flood in this way or flank. That's kind of how you have to play defense on B site. Or you can play up, you can like smoke this, you can get somebody on this aggressive line, and you can take this early space so they can't just exec onto B. So those are basically like the 2 ways that you can play defense on Abyss B site. We'll see if we do that at any point in this entire game.
Way too much. Maybe needing, you know, a bit of a pause at some point. But
okay, we're going heavy mid push.
Go just straight up pushes out from mid. Spots out Tien, but still Tien able to hold back. A bit of a stun, and he's able to find at least one, but Akami trades right back.
Everybody pinged as well. No clearance on the recon.
Yeah, where did this recon land? How do we get triple scanned here? It's because we got flashed.
All right, G.
Again, this just felt so shit. It's like we hadn't really done anything middle. We're all of a sudden triple pushing middle, and they just perfectly flash counter us. I mean, sometimes the other team just calls the perfect round to beat you.
With the eco just straight up pushes out from mid. Spots out Tien, but still Tien able to hold back. A bit of a stun, and he's able to find at least one, but Akami trades right back.
Everybody.
Do I think not having a dedicated Yorio player affected GE's chances this season? Yes.
As they're not able to execute their plans to perfection. May, on a scouting mission on his own. Look at how much they trust him. Has that Vandal in hand, but Just full faith that he will win the duels. Can he win the 1v2? Okay, he will eventually drop, but no weapon given over.
Yeah, a little bit too hot for Kelly S. You think about possible other players coming through. Mid was kind of
5-0, about to go down 6-0.
The link outside of vents.
Yeah, and just look at where they have to go, right? Kelly S, because of that mid pressure earlier that they weren't able to reclaim that area, he has to back out all the way. He can't wait to see.
And then this was sort of one of our issues this year, especially with the first iteration of the roster. Well, really, yeah, really the whole year is that when we would get down, in a map, a lot of times like our energy would really fall off. We'd like stop getting excited to win rounds, and we'd get kind of deflated. And so at this point, 6-0, we're definitely a bit deflated energy-wise. We call a timeout, probably a little bit too late. I think we should have called this 2 rounds ago.
Really quite there. And it's also to the credit of DFM who were able to start.
And you can just see the body language from our players is not great, right? Nobody's having a good time. We're all frustrated. We're all down.
Things off so quickly, so hot.
I do wonder if there's a consideration here to go for re-clears yourself. Now, looking at the compositions, I mean, yeah, you're much better at setting up and then planting the chamber or the jet somewhere aggressive.
Or the IGL clashes. Like, I mean, Crystal and Kelly just didn't really agree on how to play the game.
DFM right now is so prepared for those
essentially, they both wanted to kind of do different things during the round. So it was hard for them to come to an agreement, despite how many times we like had talks about it and tried to like find common ground, and it just didn't work. For the record, I both think that they're good players. I think they're great people. I think they both have their own individual strengths as callers and as players, but together they just did not work together. So
it is going to be that operator. So it looks like they're going to wait for the early tag on the 0 point and then start to creep back in.
There's that creep.
Okay, we pick up the operator.
Distance to cover, recon bolt. Yeah, so here you go, right? You wait for that early util, but he has to get scared and run away.
Got to go for an early pick.
Fire shots coming through.
Yeah, May was kind of holding on to it as well with the blades now. Off to the one and done spot. Drone will suss him out though, so needing to kind of hang back while the rest of the team maybe inching a little bit closer towards B now, or Poppy.
Okay, we drone. We're kind of just letting Yudo play middle by himself.
Has to have a different plan to push out and gain space.
Yeah, I really wish that we'd actually use this drone correctly and take the space with it, because now we've used a drone. We have basically no info. We've got no recon, no drone. We don't have any information what's going on in B. We barely have any information about what's going on in middle, and we have no idea what's going on in A main. So now we're pretty lost in this round. I think what I would love to see here is drone out, get Derek on a bit more advanced line. He doesn't have to push out all the way, but at least get him back into A main like this. You know, set up his teleport again, and then Crystal can kind of come into vents and play from here. I think that would have been the correct way to play this round.
Right now, you've just given up A main, and you haven't really gained anything else. B, always going to be a bit of a stalemate. But mid, Yudotan jiggle peeking, he has info, but you don't really have any space to control to say, okay, this is a deduction, this is where the opponents are coming from. And GE, now they just have to rely on that first shot.
Yeah, still a really passive plan overall. And hinging on Darren with that first shot once again.
And because we don't have this information, we don't know. We don't believe this information. We just reconned. We're getting droned, but we're not rotating at all, right? We're not rotating at all because we just don't have any clue what's going on in this round.
He does have Crystal with him though, so maybe a little bit more support, but now with the null command, you don't really have the rendezvous. Straight into...
We're getting popped. We give up the site. We are quickly getting 3-4 people here. Kelly needs to get here with his ult. We're just going to try and hold the space. If they overpush, that's great. We'll take that one.
Crystal's waiting for the call as well. They're just going to try to go for the spam. Just wait for the backup.
I think holding the space here is correct. Get the breach ult here.
Poppy coming through.
Oh my god, wait, what?
Backup to arrive.
I don't remember this. Okay, so KO knifes the corner, and Kelly, it looks like Kelly panics. He doesn't want to get suppressed for 8 seconds, or he thinks maybe they're going to fight through. Not totally sure. Either way, when you're down big, I think a lot of times you start making like some small decision-making mistakes because there's extra pressure in these maps. So whatever the decision was, he goes for the breach ult probably a little bit early. I wouldn't say that we're like totally ready to flood through this yet. But I think the breach ult just gets straight up canceled by the knife.
Right now, Poppy coming through, and there's the spray from Yunotan. He only gets one.
I think we're still gonna win this round though, but
just yet. Akame eventually getting taken down. Jinbung, he's ready for one more, but
it's a little scary.
Many angles. He gets one. The fault line
Okay.
eventually keeps him tied
So
up.
we do get a round, which is good.
Finally pick up a round.
So just kind of playing it safe, trying to get the read for it and quickly rotating on over. I mean, a little bit more textbook, but also with that fault line keeping them honest. GE able to find a round back.
Yeah, we didn't react at all. Team looked low drilled. I mean, like I said, let me look at this. 1 second. I'm gonna look at our scrim stuff. So when did kickoff start? Kickoff started on the 19th of January. We played, let's see, we started scrimming in late October, and then in mid-December, Darion replaced Patrick Hu. So basically like almost 2 months of scrims was thrown out. And then we had about a month of scrims. So yeah, we were definitely still trying to figure out like who we were as a team with this roster, which is why we're
Because you
not particularly clean.
So much, right? It's double ults, all the util.
With how they're able to spot, you know, possibly players who are trying to get onto.
Okay, so we got our first round win. We've got knives, we've got chamber ult.
Peek out from Darion.
Yeah,
So this is what I was saying, is we need to contest this early space if we want to defend B. Unless we have like the good site smoke and we have got good crossfires for defending B site.
Like that you take this position. I would love to see them do this more often whenever they're
So
on
this is
defense,
good.
because this area is hard to hold, but this is why you play something like the chamber, because you can get out without too much risk.
Holding on to it for now.
Kalias is still watching window for him as well, so Darion just needs to stay full focus, but oh, the timing, he wants to get ahead of it, but the smoke.
Damn, wait, so what just happened here? They recall starred him?
Kalias is still watching window for him as well, so Darion.
Yeah, they just recall starred on him. He tried to push out in front of it, gets caught.
But oh, the timing, he wants to get ahead of it, but the smoke blooms right before.
Unlucky.
Especially the smoke really might suggest that DFM really kind of anticipating, especially with the alt.
Also, one thing I will say macro-wise that I think we just didn't understand about this map until later on is that when you're in a position like this where you've got main and you've got main, playing like passively like this is really, really shit. Like playing in vents is so much better. We needed to have a lot more vents priority where you just break this at the beginning of the round and you just play in here and then you can react and play into middle, or you can flank more quickly. I think we did not use vents nearly enough.
Audio cue.
Yeah, it's just a hard read from DFM, right? Just saying, okay, are you on B? Because we haven't seen you on B yet. And he absolutely chomps on the bait. Now Crystal, all alone. Kalias is nearby for a crossfire from heaven, but it looks like it's going to be a tough one. We are going to have that cosmic divide. Jinbung launches it. It's going to cut off Kalias. If he wants to fill the site, they need to be exposed on
Okay, it's a 2v2. We're smoking the main choke.
DFM says, all right, that's the call. We want to make the move across to the other side.
I see 2 people here. They assume at least 2 are there.
So that is info enough.
But look at Jinbung. He reacts to it and says, I'll cut off the rest of the rotations.
Yunotan.
Meanwhile, Jinbung wins. Yunotan's still alive on the site. He's just trying to stay alive.
Yeah, we're just getting completely destroyed macro-wise on this map because we're playing so fucking passively. It's crazy.
Yeah, but 8 and 2.
It's crazy how passively we're playing.
Right? I mean, it's not like he's solo carrying the game or anything like that. But 8.
Who's my favorite player in GE? I'm not gonna say favorites. I enjoyed my time with all of the boys, to be honest. There wasn't anybody that we had on our team that I actively did not enjoy spending time with.
And 2, looking a lot more comfortable. The team seeming
Okay, so this is a bit better. This was our aggro play that we ran against Talon that worked well. So we're running it again. Derek's going to come across. He's going to trip here, come across and hold this angle while we push out B.
Comfortable, the team seeming to
they're a little bit ahead of it here,
almost getting spotted.
but
he breaks that door.
You're trying to keep some of the attention toward.
again, like, I don't understand why we're so passive. Why is Crystal not at least jump spotting this? He's like rotating all the way through spawn. I don't know. This is I feel like we just didn't have good macro in this map. Like, I'm watching this now and I feel like basically everything that we're doing is like not correct, which is pretty fucked.
We have seen this before. DFM, they sense it? They have an inkling. Yudotan did see a gun barrel, but he just has so many angles to cover. He needs to watch his own back as well. Oh, that's way too many targets. Unfortunate timing. And DFM, that's the call to start pushing forward with better weaponry.
Yeah, just a little bit quick and overwhelmed. The shot up towards heaven from Akami as well. Although you have the sight, it still is Kelly S just trying to do as much as he can, but only good for the one.
Lots of hero plays, lots of solo stuff.
Of course, without the guns, it still is.
Just a ton of 1v1s. I mean, this so far out of the 3 matches that we watched, this is by far the worst that we have played. By far the worst that we have played.
That boost all throughout. Might even say quite a bit for the rest of the day as well. I mean, the series is just kind of getting started. We're already midway through the first map, but DFM looking really...
Wait, what?
Midway through the first map, but...
How does he not get pinged?
DFM
Am I missing something?
looking really...
Is this just a bad recon?
Through the first map, but...
How is he not getting pinged here? Can anybody tell me?
kind of getting started.
Am I going crazy?
Through the first map.
Oh wait, never mind. This is their recon. I am so fucking brain dead. Holy shit! What am I talking about? What am I talking about, bro? Jesus.
But DFM looking really
holy fuck. Fluid. I'm so dumb. I am so dumb. Oh my goodness. Okay, I was coping too hard.
Looking really.
I was coping way too hard right there.
Darian with another operator, but oh no.
I mean, what are we doing though? Like, what is this play?
Really fluid.
Darian.
Ben looking really.
I guess we just
really fluid.
We just assumed that nobody could beat this timing because we had not run this comp enough to see somebody beat this timing.
Darian with another operator, but oh no, he has no idea. DFM's so ahead of it.
Yeah,
they know that the only thing GE has going for them are these off positions. Crystal will hold them down for now. Paranoia comes out from afar, but no entry just yet with the jet down for DFM. GN answers back.
That's a quick response from Yudotan. Well, back towards
okay, we're flooding, trying to get over here as fast as possible.
A from DFM though, and Kelly sends off the flash just to buy a little bit of time. A little bit more from Heaven, not from Yudotan, but not quite able to find too much. Art just getting that position up against Kelly S.
Man, this is tough to watch, bro. we look like complete dog shit. I'm not gonna lie. We look really bad.
And at this point, they're basically just saying,
holy
Darian,
fuck.
We just gotta hope that you get some kills. I mean, let's be very honest. Darian's not exactly getting fully set up for this either. It's just a recon every start of the round.
Recon on his aim. But unfortunately, I mean, when DFM are this prepared, this sharp with the reads, you know, you're not quite able to react in time.
I mean, part of this is like, this is what happens when you only have like a week on a comp. Like I said, I went over this yesterday. We had like I think 4 different comps that we played on Abyss. We played the DRX comp, which was just basically Ascent, the Ascent comp. That comp was pretty mediocre. I don't think we played it very well. We tried the Leviathan comp initially, which was the Harbor comp. We were really bad at that one. Then we tried the Yoru Jet comp. That was our best comp, but that was with Patrick Hu, and Darion couldn't play Yoru at this point. So we couldn't play that comp. So then we tried the Double Smokes comp with just a Jet, which we got shit on by Team Secret. So then we switched to the G2 comp. So this was our 5th comp that we tried on this map, and it was the only one that had felt reasonably good in scrims.
Now with the Outlaw being sounded off towards mid as well, you gotta respect it.
Yeah, 2 Outlaws, in fact, against.
But obviously we did not have enough reps on
This
it.
is DFM showcasing that they know they can basically finish this map, because it's not just because it's an eco, but you know that G has to try to buy up if they want any more rounds in the first half.
Double Outlaw buy.
And for DFM, they can keep
That's
buying
brutal.
up. There's the first shot down towards mid. Darren able to hold one against a Kami though, so not too bad.
Yeah, you will keep that space. That's
Again, you'll notice that we have not played in vents a single time, except for the one time Derek came across. I feel like this position is so fucking strong for defense. And it's something that I have prioritized for a long time on this map. But at this point, I guess either I didn't know about it or we had just not included it as part of our game plan.
important thing. Now you have the trademark as well, so you have a little bit more room to work with. They are going hyper aggressive with Yudotan pushed all the way out under window as well, but you'll take what you can get because you've already given up on mid.
So let them through. If they don't know that Yudotan is here, you might be able to strike
Dude,
back
I mean,
once
we
they
are
got
just
through the
clueless. We have no idea what's happening in this round, man.
Yeah, the real question is
Good reaction by Poppy to come fight this with Yudo.
He might have seen that gunfire as well, so he's trying to isolate the fights. He finds one, he's ready for it, swings over, Yudotan.
But it does not go well.
Busy, but who's really locked with who right now? Yudotan already above him. Does he sniff it out? He does. He sees the gunfire. It's a 1v1. And it's going to be Jinboo who clears it nice and clean with the headshot.
Crouch down as well. Such a good read. And
Put everyone on comfort agents. That's what we did on this comp. That's what this comp is. This is comfort.
Needing to go for the save. It's the second round of the last round. Excuse me.
Oh, 10-1.
I mean,
10-1. The mental is cooked. We're going next map.
So late into the off season, you have to rework certain things. You might have the playbook, but it might not suit the exact players. You got Yudotan switching back over the duelist. We've seen highlights, obviously from Yudotan, but also from Darion as well, depending on the agencies playing. But to try to build that out across all these maps for the draft, it's so tough.
truly, to no fault of his own, but still trying to fight back. Poppy in with the judge, holding outside of danger. That's at least one. And then Darren swings out for the
Okay,
next.
now we're cooking.
Can they keep hope
5v3.
At least an extra chance going into the
5v3.
second half. Spike not
Good
planted
contain on the
just
flank.
yet, so Yudotan going to be watching for the far rotate all the way around spawn. Meanwhile, everybody else, their crossers trained on the site.
Spots out the recon too, so they know it's going to come from this spot. Crystal, oh, unfortunately not quite able to land the burst, but there it is. Kelly S and Poppy down to the judge. Darren from the back.
Let's go.
At least able to pick up a second round, so the first half.
Time for a comeback.
All right, you get the pistol, you have a little bit of breathing room, at least some hope at the end of the tunnel, but it is going to be a long one for GE. And I was wondering if
Time for a comeback. Let's go.
Through our kickoffs.
How they're able mistake, really getting those forced errors out of the way. And DFM, I mean, they were pressing.
When did we know about the suspension? Right after the boom game in stage 1.
Yudotan at some points. So a lot of it really working out for them thus far.
At the GE marathon.
Basically when everybody else did.
That it's going to be a bit of a default.
Okay, pistol round. Looks like we're just 5-0 hitting A.
And not too much delay on the side of DFM, especially on the pistol.
Like a delayed contact.
Though, so at least the star alongside Jen to try to
5-person hit.
off. The one-way comes up.
Let's see if we have decent utility getting in here or not.
This paranoia is from GN. Combination with Art's position there. There's a paranoia, but it's a little bit too late. Or Unoton perhaps a little bit too fast. Way ahead of it. He's able to peek around. Gets that first kill. Backup has arrived in the form of Bane. He's got that Sheriff and G-Eddie holds
Oh my
that
god,
side
our
with the
trading.
classics, opening up a little bit extra time. Trying to get it there, but he misses.
Okay.
And it's
Okay.
going to be clearance from Darion.
3v2. Somebody get the spike.
Goes right by.
Good
Akami
trades,
only able
Derek.
to get one. Darren with a trade. All down to
What's
just
poppin'?
Jin Bung. Goes in for the wide swing. Spots out Darian with the ghost. So sharp on it. And reposition.
Alright,
Goes
let's
in
go
for
back
the
and
wide
look at
swing.
this.
Spots
Okay.
out Darian with the ghost. So
Now we
sharp
know where
on
this
it.
guy is. Alright, Crystal.
Repositions just to hold.
But Crystal's seen him, I believe. Jinbung hasn't, but I'm pretty sure Crystal saw him on the cross. Looks like it. There's the shock dart. It's just going to get the damage done. Jinbung closing the gap. And
Oh, he pulls out. No.
for the kill. It's a reset.
Oh my goodness.
Still 35 seconds.
What a disaster.
Holds back, sets up the star.
Look at Crystal getting
Oh my goodness. What a clutch. What a clutch.
Both of them still far from the point to get excited, but now 5 buys. You got an Outlaw, 2 Guardians, 2 Bulldogs, full firepower in the anti-eco.
And you would keep as much as possible to keep this momentum going. Drone out, and that's going to be Jinbung trying to come back into check. Does spot it out. The Outlaw sounded off by Darren as well, though.
Okay, we hit B site quickly.
Fast flood, or you're not going to have too much of an opportunity, so they're already starting
It's a good
to
start.
approach onto the site. Back site already cleared. Heaven's still covered, but Unoton in a little bit of trouble. He's going to extend the distance. He gets 1, and he's good for 2. Good back.
Nice. Good post plant. Okay. Get a couple of rounds rolling. Good economy.
You need to do a little bit more in this.
If we can win this round, maybe we can actually mount a comeback.
But
They only get
at
10?
least for now,
Exactly.
DFM with their setups,
Exactly.
A little bit more towards mid.
GE changing
Fast
up where
mid
they're
pressure.
hitting. It was A and then B, and now some pressure on mid. And it looks to be
Okay, so honestly, we're running the same playbook, it looks like, as far as our bonus is just going to be a B split. I'm pretty sure we ran this the last time, so that's a little bit weird. Normally, I think we would have changed this round.
a mid to B pinch. It's just going to be a one-dimensional push. They're not stopping.
But I guess the last time we did this, we didn't do it correctly at all, so we actually tried to run it well this time.
The drone coming through. Fragment will
But
keep them at bay
good
for the
counter
time
utility from
being, but
DFM
it's
so
just a
far.
minute across the stun. It allows you to
Nice
go
entry
get
from
the kill.
Udo.
Sight opened up for GE once more.
Rifle upgrade as well. Now continuing to hold against the back. Crystal watches it in case there is more. Poppy as well in case there
Okay.
are some rotations all throughout mid. Here's the footsteps getting the spray
Wow.
down. That's
Can't
the
believe he
first
won
one,
that.
Then the trade from Akami. And
Okay, now we just need to chill. We got the spike down.
strike down on towards B.
I don't think we need to be
Unoton
pushing up
can't
like
go way
this.
too ahead.
Why are we pushing up like
Right,
this?
Still 3 members for GE. They know that they're quite weak on the other side. Crystal going for the shock dart, trying to get that chip damage or maybe a cheeky little kill. Darian not able to
I mean,
land
this
it.
is
Good for
awful.
2.
What are we
It's a
doing?
1v2, but both of them, one shot. Crystal, oh, he can't land
Bro,
it,
I mean,
and
talk about one of the biggest problems that we had as a
Trade from
team.
Akami.
Just like spike is planted. We've got like good map control. We've already got deep positions here. We've got flank watch. Why the hell do we need to push into middle? Why are we taking this fight? We were obsessed as a team with pushing into like really deep space once we got the spike down. I feel like we were so impatient and like refused to play the spike timer a lot of the time. And the amount of times that I talked about this, that MCE talked about this, it was just like, you guys, they have to tap the spike and defuse the spike to win.
At least strike down on towards B though. But Unoton getting
Please,
way
just
too ahead.
play the spike timer.
All right, still 3 members for GE. They know that they're quite weak on the other side. Crystal going for the shock dart, trying to
Like,
get
we're
that
so
chip
committed
damage
to
or
this
maybe a
fight.
cheeky little kill.
I don't get it.
Darian not able to land it. Gian good for 2.
That double from Gian is
It's a
crazy.
1v2, but both of them,
He
one
just
shot.
insta-transferred to
Crystal,
Derek.
oh, he can't land
Man,
it, and
just
May
our positioning
will
here was just so
continue
bad.
to
It was
be
really,
leading
really
for
bad.
Down into 2-on-1.
What were the convos about this like? I mean, basically as simple as that. Guys, we've planted the spike. They cannot win the round unless they defuse the spike. We don't need to fight and have 4 people die before they even get into the site to tap the spike. Like, one person can play aggressive as kind of a stall and early info. Maybe you can have 2 people that are in good spots to fall back. But just committing to this fight is just so bad. And like we would talk about this all the time, and we just habitually were always, every single problem that we had as a team, we tried to solve by fighting them more. And the problem with that style is we're not Paper X. we weren't communicating and playing together well enough like Paper X does to actually play like this.
Yeah, that spray was really good from GN. So starting to really showcase what he's good at. 17-6 right now for the rookie. May 12-9 as well. And I think that the ending to that round was just one of the more prime examples of a confidence play. Right, you called it. It's a 2v1. You're low on health, and May still.
Okay,
Just
Derek
goes
with the up contact play.
Information, see if he can get a cheeky shot, and he wins that duel.
Get him posted on B. We're just holding,
Really
hoping for some
forcing
sort of
G
mid
to
re-clear.
really kind of pump the brakes again. You know, facing danger of map point now. They spotted a couple players out towards mid.
Okay, we made our presence known.
Setup wasn't so bad.
They
You're
spotted
checking from
Derek
both
with the
angles. You were
operator.
prepared to go for the trades from GE, but only a little bit of
At this
chip
point,
damage
we just
against
need to
GN at
group
the
as
end of it.
5 and hit something, probably.
Drone drawn out, and you're still pressuring mid. Meanwhile, the setup
1 minute
for
left.
the B side. Darren will be watching heaven, but the rest of them, the drone.
Okay, we
doesn't
are
catch
regrouping
information.
B here. It's a little bit
Away.
slow,
Should
but
catch
the map
KO
is so
spot.
wide
They
that
have
this
to back
timing is
out.
actually
Jinbung,
okay.
Jinbung is hidden
Bruh.
away. Should catch the KO.
What?
Kevin, but the rest of them, the drone doesn't catch information. Jinbung is hidden away.
Okay. So we're checking Garden.
Should catch the KO, so Akame
And then we go...
has to back out.
I mean, I guess Yudo's looking this way, but we're just not
Jinbung
ready
gets
for this
that.
guy
He
close.
shuts down Yudotan. That's the dive gone. Still able to hold again as well. The second.
Where are we
He
looking?
shuts down Yudotan. That's the dive gone.
We're looking at this
Still
guy?
able to hold again as well. The second kill going through.
How does this guy kill
Now
3
looking
people
onto
from the
the
same
board.
spot?
Picks it up. It's all on to Jinbung.
And Poppy trying to hold off against the back line. Jinbung looking for the ace.
He peeks out off the ring.
I feel like not being ready for the repeat there is super, super criminal.
Meanwhile, crosshair placement from Jinbung.
We were perming Haven at this point. What was the issue with that at this point? Honestly, our Haven, like, if I'm being... we couldn't play Haven. Our Haven attack side was atrocious. Like, our Haven attack side was really bad. We constantly would get caught just like getting stuck in an area, and we like wouldn't be able to like pivot out of it. So like, for example, let's say we started with like an A default. Even though we'd have like the correct setup where you've got like your anchor player kind of like around middle with, you know, sentinel utility towards C, we would start with an A default where we'd take A and we'd have like 3 people in A long, 1 person A short. And then for whatever reason, it would just take us forever to like try and go do anything garage to create pressure there and then come back to A. Like our movement, our map movement at this point on Haven was so bad that I'm not even kidding. I think that our Haven attack side, we were averaging like 4 rounds. We were averaging like 4 rounds per attack side on Haven attack. That's how bad our Haven was. That's why it was our perma at this point. And then we switched some stuff up and kind of changed how we were calling on the map and changed some comps and stuff like that. And it helped a bit. But our Haven macro was just so fucking bad on attack. And we just, you know.
A lot of us have praised him throughout the offseason, even in the opening match here for DFM, but continues to prove that value, now shooting up to 15 and 9, but also just the util has gotten even better than before.
So much that G are truly forced to pull
Okay,
everything
going for a
out.
fast
All
B
the
split.
stops, it's the blades from Yudotan, but May looking to get ahead of it. Just outside of smokes.
I mean, we're just we're reconning past the smoke, I guess, which scans nothing,
It's the blades
and we're
from
not
Yudotan,
really ready for
but
him to
May
walk through the
looking to
smoke.
Get ahead of it. Just outside of smokes, he goes for the peak. Bit of a one-tap whiff. He's gonna dash right back.
Bruh.
This is one too many people, but that's the call for DFM to push out of B main. Akame gets the kill there, and Crystal trying to get through, and you do have
Holy
Yudotan trying to
fuck.
be a menace, but eventually it's all members down on the site. and GE will take control.
Quick enough to make it happen. Now Art. Just
Okay,
trying to retake
don't
little
lose a
more space
3v1 to
behind
Art.
some sight lines.
Anything but a 3v1 to Art.
Yeah, they know the location of each other. Poppy and Kellyus both one away from the ults. So if I'm Art, yeah, I don't know if I fight this. No reason to give them an early rotation to try to catch up. You just need that one extra round. You wait for the chance that you can get.
Backed up into the save. Just one round to close out this first map. GE showing a bit of resilience.
So far for GE, I mean, the few successes they've had here coming in is really
Okay.
just when they were able to go for those
Whoa.
rushes. Okay, all right, okay.
Jesus.
I mean, using their own
Bleeding rifles. Okay,
Trick
Econ is
time,
going to be
DFM.
really bad going to the next round.
depth after DFM has course corrected.
They pick up the Outlaw. It's a goodbye.
One of those things to consider and thinking about what that could mean.
5-person going into the Odin here. We're going for our fast
Tendencies to set up. Cosmic Divide looking to make another
Fast
rush.
Cosmic
They're
Divide
already
plant.
set through and baited out. Yudotan now looking to lead the charge, sees the Odin Tracers, goes up through from bridge. Oh, but knocked out by the Rolling Thunder. Crystal.
Okay, good
able to
Rolling
strike
Thunder.
back.
Spike is being pushed all the way into
Taking
backside.
over all the way
Let's
to
plant the
back
spike
site,
first.
But they'll just yield and decides to go for the plant.
I don't know why it took
Onto
us
the
so
bridge.
long
Cosmic
to
Divide
plant.
does go down, but DFM, they're going to wait for backup to arrive. Shinbung, last
That
one.
took us so
Coming up
long
in
to
mid.
plant.
Crystal trying to push.
Again with like, God. Oh my God, I'm getting so fucking mad watching this again. Holy shit. This Hunter's Fury. Why? Why are we using this Hunter's Fury now? Just do it off of contact. Just do it off of contact. Why are we using this so early? I don't understand. It makes no sense to me. It's just such a random individual play. And I talked about how to use these alts ad nauseum throughout the entire year. And by like midway through the year, Crystal's alts they got a lot better. But holy fuck, this alt is so bad.
Coming up in mid. Crystal trying to push them out of uncomfortable positions.
Like it delays them by like 3 seconds and does 70 damage.
Bag as well. That's health down for May. Whoa! What in the world is that drop shot? Gets him through the wall. Darian getting stunned. There's
I mean,
Yard. And with the Odin. And now
I'm not even
Crystal
invested in this
starts
game or this
towards
team
Spike.
anymore, and I'm fucking
Cosmic
crashing
Divide
out
out
watching
in the
this
world. Are you going
gameplay.
to defend this
Holy
one?
moly,
Oh,
this is
no,
bad.
The ability's taken away. Can they block it? No, they'll have to restart the spike defuse. There's the aftershock. Is it enough time though? Trying to block the wall. Hold the door. Can they do it? No. Enough time passed. Crystal going for the calculation.
Okay, we do win the round, but my goodness, was that ugly.
Able to make it happen. I got
My goodness, was that an ugly round.
A lot of desperation used. You have to rely on that tour de force now. And it's been taken away. Just like
yeah,
that.
Derek might have heard footsteps, but
Yeah, but they
why would you use this ability?
And the setup.
And
Now the
like, there's
stack
no
of
reason to
DFM,
use it
instead
until
of
they've
pushing out
committed to
elsewhere,
coming through the choke
instead
point.
of saying we're gonna try
Just
to
do
get
it off of his
a
contact
lot
when
more
he's playing in the
space,
corner
we
there.
have lesser weapons, but we also know you guys have been liking to rush, so we're gonna stack onto the B site. Yudotan is in. Can he stay alive? Can he get the kills? No, he doesn't get the. We also know
Okay,
you
I
guys
want to
have
go
been
back and
liking
watch
to
the scaling
rush,
here.
So we're gonna
So drone goes
a lot
out.
more space. We have lesser weapons, but we also know you.
We really need to be scaling behind this drone and ready to pop out of the
liking to
smoke.
rush, so we're gonna
So the drone is already used, and now we're just still sitting here, and nobody's ready to go out.
Yudotan is in. Can
Yudotan completely alone, 0 support, nobody scaling
stay
with
alive?
him,
Can he get the kills? No, he doesn't get the kill right off the peak.
no
Jimbo
trade.
slowly creeping back in.
Roro. Oh, that's another one down. Crystal.
Solo play for
Able to strike
backside.
back, but Akame spots and jumps up on top of the boxes. Down to just Poppy and Darren, who's still marking the back lines, but again, it's taken away.
It's the one piece of strong firepower that they have, Poppy. He's trying to make whatever work, but it's still a 2v3, Poppy.
Jen.
He's aware of the wraparound though. With this much
This is
time
dumb to
pressure,
ask, but how
what
often
could be
were the
answer?
match stream
Wait
recaps after
for
each
G.
match day to
Jen
figure
also
out things,
waiting. They can keep
discussion
waiting 30 seconds, the
sessions?
spike is
Are you
down.
talking about like?
Exactly. And he gets the kill. Whoa, Jin. Okay, that's a double.
Oh, I remember this glitch. Are you talking about like the stream, like on like the official stream, like the recaps of like the first bloods and stuff like that? Is that what you're talking about?
20 seconds. Down 20.
Or are you talking about like, did we watch the stream back?
He doesn't know. He has no idea. They both have no idea where they are. Oh my god. Whose senses are gonna tingle
Oh
first?
my god.
Spike still not cleared. Art senses something wrong, but Darian will go for safety checks once more.
Really says quite yet another round.
And now the
Let's see. Did we get hype after this clutch?
Really says quite a bit. Some of the confidence plays, but at the same time,
Okay, we got a little excited at least.
to sneak out yet another.
So you are talking about like the post-match stats screen. That was not part of our discussion. Obviously, we VOD reviewed like after every single match for sure. But I wasn't looking at like the post-match like official Riot broadcast stat screen. I was looking at like, you know, VLR stats and run it back stats and stuff like that.
Another round.
Oh, I see. Yeah, of course. So we would be given like our POV stream by Riot a couple days after every match. So we had like our team comms with just our POV. And so we would get that from Riot, but then obviously you can just watch the official broadcast. And it's good to use both because sometimes you want to see how like you're talking and reacting when you don't have perfect information, but also it's really useful to be able to see what the other team is doing to see whether like, you know, the moves that you're making are making them react how you think that they should react. So you definitely want to do a bit of both. Most of the time you're going to use the official broadcast to VOD review just because having the full minimap info is really useful. But sometimes like if you need to settle a dispute about like how to play a certain situation or like go a little bit deeper as like, why did this round get messed up? That's when you want to look at like, okay, what were the actual comms during the match at this point? Was there a bad comm? Was the call bad? Did we miss something? Like what was the actual sort of like underlying conversation happening during the game at this particular point?
And so he doesn't need that Jordan Force anymore, but it is a stack from DFM. It's a 4-man trap setup for that play storm. There's May, but there's the rendezvous. A couple knives out already. Can he get the reset? Not just yet. Crystal is going to help gun him down with his teammate.
Okay, we're fighting.
Will gladly answer
GE fighting.
back.
Holds out to the back line and now waiting for the smoke to dissipate before they rush and send a full commit. Gravwell just to defend off and hold Jinboom alongside Jin. Can they make it happen? Doctor was the off angle. Jinboom able to get the flicks. 2 only. Kelly has an Unotan to pick up the round for GE again.
Okay. 12-8. We're cooking.
Needs to cool.
What did the weekly schedule look like during the season? It's, you know, for the first game, it's like prep for 2.5-3 weeks for the first match, play the match, day off to decompress for the players, also for me as a coach to have time to figure out like what to do for the next week. Usually that involves watching the game back. I usually would watch the game back at least twice before we'd even go into practice the next time. So like our matches would end, you know, we'd have like our team meeting, and then everybody would be dismissed. I would immediately go watch the match back that night, take notes. Oftentimes I would watch the match back again with like Sliggy from his stream so that I could get like another perspective on stuff that was going on in the game. And so I'd watch the match twice, you know, taking notes, and then we'd come into practice the day after that, do some, you know, VOD review and addressing some of the notes. And I'd basically build like a plan of like fixing these problems on these maps and then also prepping for the next team. So essentially it was like play a match, day off, whatever, 4 or 5 days of prep for the next match, play the match, day off, 4 or 5 days prepping for the next, etc. basically.
Of that, just sticking to the plan, making sure they relay all information. Crystal went away from the Huntress Fury, but otherwise, GE a little dry on the ult, but obviously strong weapons in hand. DFM meanwhile.
Prathu, this is not a Chet situation. What Chet was banned for is what I was talking about earlier, where Riot gives you like the team POV with all the player cams and the comms, that's private Riot content. This is just the broadcast. Anybody's allowed to watch these broadcasts whenever they want.
Cosmic Divide available for that retake, so they'll leave that A site open. They'll stack onto B.
Will that work out in favor of GE though? Quick peeks out in towards A. Udotan. Little dash away in time.
And he didn't get the kill, which is very fortunate for DFM. Because now they can mask information on if there's been backup, how many people are there.
Which type of play do you like the most? G2, PRX, Gen G? I like whatever playstyle fits the players that you have on the roster. It doesn't matter to me what playstyle it is, as long as the players that you have on the roster actually play the game that way.
GE kind of regroups, preparing for that assault into the A site.
I like this from GE. You masked that information, but you didn't see anyone peek out from mid. So now you have the reverse reading that DFM has to be holding far back. DFM trying to get ahead of it with the timing. We do see Jinbeng trying to clear out mid, but already the execute has begun.
Okay, are we gonna scale?
Flash drawn out as well.
Scale.
Not just for DFM to hold. Rotation.
Okay, we're in.
But Udotan already towards backside. Art trying to stay and hold out towards heaven, looking for some potential spams. Nothing quite just yet. Everyone able to dodge.
Okay, no smoke for heaven. Udo on an island. Nobody here to help Udo.
On default, there's a Cosmic Divide, but look at the position of Udotan.
He's in a pretty good spot right now.
Meanwhile, holding close. Art already gets one kill. Meanwhile, in the back, no, it's going to be.
Okay, I will give credit where it's due. This is a pretty good ult from Crystal, because we actually have contact here. We've confirmed where players are. We're actively fighting them. This is way, way better of an ult use. Obviously, we still might want to use this to stop the defuse, but I don't mind fighting with this as long as we're actively taking this fight together.
From the back of site. Meanwhile, holding close. Art already gets one kill. Meanwhile, in the back, no, it's going to be Crystal still getting the kills from long range with the Hunter's Fury, just making sure they cannot enter the site. But now the flood has begun. The gates have opened, and May starts to push out. Darion, good for the angle. Crystal, good.
Oh yeah, he doubles us here, doesn't he?
1v1, and he gets it.
Yeah.
Their hero answers the call once again.
Oh, it's fucking rough. That's rough.
Oh my God, May!
I feel like if we win that round, we probably come back and at least push overtime on this map.
For DFM when they need it most. His power true.
Okay, so I remember after this map, I was really mad because I thought we played so bad in the first half, and we were not playing like with any energy or passion. We were not excited to play the game for the first like 10 rounds, but then we started to make a bit of a comeback, and the energy was up a bit. So I was feeling a bit better. I thought, you know what? Maybe we can come back. We're going into Split. It's one of our better maps. We should be comfortable on the map.
And I'm going to be curious to break down Split with you guys after this, because both of
We have showed it twice already, so maybe there's some ante that they're going to have, but we're really confident on this map. Yeah, Crystal never saves ult for post plant. It was something that I fought with him about all the time, like for the entire year. I was like, bro, you could just win us the round if you just save this for post plant. And you know, he had his own reasoning of like, I want to fight and like, you know, stop them before they actually get out onto the site during retake sometimes. And in some cases, like that last round that we looked at, I think it's okay. But I definitely think there were plenty of opportunities to like win rounds by just saving the ult for post plant that we never did. What about antes on DFM? Did I prep anything? Yeah, always. So let me actually see if I can find it. I'm not going to show you like the actual, actually, fuck it. I mean, I did this stuff, so it's my property. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Let's see. Where is opponent ante? DFM ante. Kickoff notes. Okay, so I'll just show you like the first page. So this is just like a bit of an anti-doc. Here's like the tempo of pace that they play at, a couple of notes, some of their setups, stuff like this. So I would just compile a document. Basically, every single team that we played, before we would play them, I would go and watch every single one of their VODs that were relevant. So, like, I'm not going to go back and watch, like, 2024 VODs or 2023 VODs of certain players, but I'll watch, like, all of the VODs that they played this year, and I'll watch, especially, like, any time that they've played a comp. Sometimes, if there was, like, a team that had been playing the same comp for 2 years, I'll go back and watch some of the older VODs. But yeah, I would just grind VODs. Will I be doing some videos out of this? Probably not, but I'm going to leave the stream VODs up on my channel. It'll be all in a playlist. So if you ever want to go back and watch the pain and horror of the 2025 GE season, you can always revisit it with my commentary if you want.
And it also strengthens your post run. So I don't think GE will mind starting on attack at all.
Yeah, well, let's find out if this is going to go the distance or if this ends here for DFM. We are going to go into map 2 of Split. Let's give it to...
It's breaking down. Oh, you know, they can't break all the util on their own because of that shear wall, so we'll see what the end.
Okay, so going into this map, we feel pretty good. They're playing in double senti. We're playing a double senti. Their double senti is a little bit different. They're a little bit more aggressive fighting with their double senti because they've got some flashes to work with.
Starting things out at least. A lot more.
We also need to deal with this Vice Wall, which, if I remember correctly, I don't think we dealt with this Vice Wall very well at all. Because I don't think we'd really played against much Vice at this point. Vice was still pretty unpopular. And so not a lot of teams were running, especially on Split. I don't think basically anybody was running Vice on this map at this point.
And just checking for that early push out, not finding it. They'll go for the re-clear. May going to be
Neon Lover, I think it was very map dependent.
This is also going to be a fun fight right there. It's just a trade for trade.
Like some maps we were better on attack, some maps we were better on defense.
Allows for G to at least flood in through, but Jinboom does spot a lot of it all out. But oh no, the whiffs! It's going to be the pickup from Kelly.
Oh my god, not this round. Not this round. This round was about as close as I ever got to punching the monitor when I was in the coaching booth. Here we go.
But Jinboom does spot a lot of it all out. But oh no, the whiffs! It's going to be the pickup from Kelly S instead, but Akame able to answer right back in with a classic! The third kill! Picked up!
This guy's literally locked in jail, dueling us with a classic.
But Jinboom does spot a lot of it all out. But oh no, the whiffs! It's going to be the pickup from Kelly S instead, but Akame able to answer right back in with a classic! The
God,
third
that's bad.
kill! Picked up! I literally...
And I just remember it was like, you know, we were like, okay, whatever, like, you know, Abyss has been a rough map for us. It's all good. We're going to our best map. Let's go get this pistol. Let's go get this win. We get the first blood, and then we just get fucking 3K'd by a classic.
Fighting for his life.
And the energy on the team was just like...
Has only a way out behind him, and he just goes for 3.
Does the Fade Dog trigger the wall now?
Poppy in a clutch situation. Turns on that switch for the clutch. Whenever he's left alone, we'll put up that smoke. He still has a lot of time as well, so he can try to fish for these 1v1s if he wants to.
He's heading back to his top ramp as well. Ooh, Poppy spots out the first, and that's Jen down. Okay, now has an option to head on over all the way through to B, but you gotta read the timing of how they're able to rotate.
Yeah, they do have a faster point. Art ready for it. He's gonna let him drop. He wants to wait for the 2v1. I love that patience from Art because you have the numbers advantage. Knows the position. Going to plant safe.
10 seconds left.
Ooh,
Nice
NT.
little jiggle. Doesn't really have a choice.
10 seconds.
Just he could. And then on the 3 kills now, that gives them so much on towards the next round with the guns that they've got. May on the Marshall, still marking down ramp. Oh,
Have a good one, man.
1, good for 2, could get 3, maybe 4, and he'll...
And then right after trolling our pistol, we just immediately give May Showstopper for our first gun round. Just absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal experience.
I don't know if you're going to be changing.
You give him the Marsh. Now, you do have the buys, you do have the full armors. But the real question is where do you go? You haven't really explored B yet, so GE, they are going to spread out on the default.
Me onto it's to Judge outside of Garage.
Okay, Paranoia drawn out just to delay for any push into that grab net. So it is a decent interaction on the side of GE because now you don't have that much delay. However, the shear wall still not quite discovered.
Yeah, I feel like the shear is just going to give them so much info. How do we ever bait this? I feel like this shear is maybe a little bit underrated. Like, as long as you protect it a bit, like,
outside of screens as well
it gives you so much info.
So DFM, they've chosen to stack towards the B side, right? You look at the trips, it's really just to get information. Did they go through heaven? Did they go through vents? Are they actually on the site yet? Did I miss that? And until then, he's just going to stay out of the site.
And like this default of placing this here is totally pointless against the way that they're playing this. Because the whole reason that this trip is good is, like, if we take this area away from them, they might have to be worried about us popping here. But as long as they have this wall here, then there's no worry about us popping. So this wall, this shear wall, basically completely invalidates half of our game plan. Like, makes all of our B default stuff completely useless.
Gonna go for a retake if it comes down to it on the A side. Now with enough time passed, they will bring May over.
Yeah, minute round left on the clock. In a round where G
okay, they recheck B main. There's nobody there.
Clearing as much
They're
as
gonna
possible.
go ahead and
Maybe
stack
not shoot
heaven.
Wall, but that does inform quite a bit to DFM.
Oh, and look at the setup from DFM as well. They were holding close on B heaven to really push them towards A. So regardless of trip or not, right now, DFM are just going to wait until they get on site because you have May on there with the judge, one away from the showstopper.
We're slow to get over here.
Contact. So that's already enough info. Everyone's starting to rotate over. Jinboom trying to hold May in with a judge inside of the smoke as well. Swings out at the right time. Oh, but not
Okay, luckily he doesn't pull out his ult there. Otherwise, we maybe lose the round.
Their wings across the entire site. Spike down, watching for screens. Crystal.
Yep, 4-man still alive. It was a good haunt that forced May out of position that allows them to clean that up with only one casualty. They would love to be able to keep all 4 weapons, all 4 pieces of armor as well. Peeking out, Akame.
Okay, there goes one gun.
Still trying to play the mind games, but Akame, it's really up to him to try to get more information.
One enemy remaining.
Gets caught by Yudotan.
Nice. Okay, keep 3 guns alive. That's not too bad for our first gun round.
So overall,
what's the plan?
DFM
Back to the regular default?
All in towards May with the judge, but GE, they'll take whatever they can get, trying to get back into the momentum swing themselves. A tough map 1 loss, and now already on the back foot.
Still though, DFM looking to strike back. It's going to be May with that op. Has the ult in hand as well in case he needs to escape. A bit more mailroom holds from
I mean, I don't remember this map very well, so
that Razor Vine, I love that you pop it right away.
I'm kind of curious to see how this map goes wrong for us, because I don't totally remember what happened in this one.
Just yet. They even delay further with the guiding light, and DFM continues to keep them at bay. They're purposely leaving mid open. You have ramps control and you have A site control for the time being. You've got the trips to delay as well. The only one I'm worried about is Art, right? He's in ramp, but at what point do you choose to push out?
Oh,
well, that's going to be it. They see the cyber cage and no one there, so they say, okay, it is safe.
Okay, well, so this is, I remember this was part of our default, is like, we take mid control, we get into vents, we double jump in here to clear this. We maybe explore up here, but maybe not. A lot of times we would just get into vents and then we'd come back to B. I think that if we're going to do this and we don't come up and break this camera, then this entire move is totally pointless. So either these guys needed to come up here and break this camera, or these guys need to get all the way up here and break the camera. Otherwise, this whole move of like taking vents control is basically useless. Doesn't do anything. So looks like they're going to keep their stack at B because there's no reason for them to rotate A because we haven't actually shown that we're coming A.
Worried about his Art, right? He's in ramp, but at what point do you choose to push out?
Oh,
well, that's going to be it. They see the cyber cage and no one there, so they say, okay, it is safe to take full A main control.
Then to hold the crossfire, continuing to possibly peek out for more information. So maybe sensing that A is kind of clear. It's all down to Jin to hold, but unfortunately wall bang through. May has to land and connect.
Okay, this was a good little micro thing.
Out.
We'd gotten destroyed by this angle a couple of times in scrims, so we got really used to just always pre-firing this, which ends up paying off here.
More information. So maybe sensing that A is kind of clear. It's all down to Jin to hold, but unfortunately wall bang through. May has to land and connect.
Yeah, May just going to back out. Doesn't want to deal with any of that with the op in his hand. Something we haven't really noticed just yet, and I don't know if GE has full information.
Okay, this is a good take on B. And honestly, this is probably how we need to be doing this. Like, if we can't bait this wall, then we need to constantly be coming from heaven. So I think there's going to be a lot of mid control into like a heaven waterfall, essentially. It's one of the best ways that we can actually hit B site.
Has made his way all across from attacking spawn.
It's a timing fight, but quite frankly, I don't see a reason for Poppy to not be looking this way. He's constantly turning around to see if a crossfire is needed, but right now he can just focus on the back and he'll be able to clean out the flank. Meanwhile, Showstopper, it gets shut down. Crystal with a nice timing, hides away, and then
Okay, they're gonna go ahead and save. This is a pretty good round from us.
Something that sides of the map.
Hang on to sight.
Definitely a good sign.
Now coming through. Just swapping some of those weapons on.
Other than not breaking the camera. Other than not breaking the camera, that was good.
And just going to be that default hold, May tucked in at ramps. It's going to be Jinbun watching from afar. Has that cam ready to set things up for May. Okay, it's going to be clear from heaven. GE.
Okay, that should be a little suspicious. Yeah, should be a little suspicious that it was broken, but with a classic from heaven.
Trying to make DFM antsy about not having information.
We're so patient.
Are you really on this?
We're so patient.
With this rifle saved over. Akame, he's gone. Oh, but he gets one.
Okay, good double swing. Good double swing. Rifle's in a decent spot to protect.
Opening things up across the map, though.
We probably should
really push up.
Throw this rifle off the map,
still
though.
Kind of wondering about that A.
I'm gonna group up and go
right
A.
now,
It looks
that top
like.
of A ramps.
Wonder if Poppy's just gonna stay late. Yeah, he's gonna break the dog, stay late.
Back in to check and clear the corners.
Oh, that Trailblazer getting taken out.
Split looks drilled. Yeah, I mean this was our best map. We played it a lot. We'd also played a couple officials on it, so we had a lot of notes on this, like a lot of protocols and stuff. Like I said, our Abyss was like a disaster from the beginning of the year. And we got a little unlucky that Team Secret picked it against us in week 1 because it exposed it as our weakest map in our pool. If anybody had picked like Fracture or Pearl or some of these other maps, we would have been in a better spot during kickoff. But unfortunately, we had 2 really bad maps, and it was Haven and Abyss, and we were perma-banning Haven, and our Abyss was really bad too.
And now, going for the swings one by one. Art wins it first, but it's still going to be a trade in favor of Jinbun.
Okay, somehow this is a 2v2.
Continues to tick. Crystal peeks out into heaven. Down to just Jinbun, where
we'll take the win, 3-2. Not the cleanest round of all time, but hey, we're back. We're back in the lead. We've got a little bit of positive energy going on.
At least to start things off.
Let's see if we can actually deal with this camera ever, or we're just going to leave it here the whole time.
Trying to come back in with that mid presence. The Razorvine, though, quickly eliminated.
Yeah, G's starting to get a read on a lot of these default util setups. But are they
okay, here we go. Double jump.
For the trap? They are. It's a double swing and a nice drop with the shorty. Good switch out of the weapon.
Okay, so we fake going up, but we don't actually go break the camera again.
G being able to find some of these little gaps now up for Darren to maybe try to slip through, while mid, though, continues to go under contention.
Yikes. Okay, this was not good.
We try to...
But part of this is because we haven't broken this camera, so, like, they feel fairly comfortable that we're still in this area, stuck here. I don't think we're really making much pressure over on A either with the Cypher. We just take 3 individual 1v1s.
Yeah, Crystal hesitated a bit on that swing and gave enough time for the reset. Meanwhile, Darian, he's
okay, big round from Derek.
On the fight over on A. That opens up the site on the A side. Only 2 members remaining on DFM, but look at the health of KELIAS. Down to 1 single point of HP. Ooh. Oh, man.
I don't know exactly what round you're talking about, Rohit. We'll get there eventually. I don't have a perfect memory of every single event that happened this year, so I don't know which round you're talking about.
For G needing to hold further defensive position, so all the way towards the back of
okay, this is a big round from Derek, getting that
for that timing play against Heaven.
That kill, opening up the site.
Really just meant to be for Darian
HP super low.
Taken away, but now they know about the pressure from behind. So DFM rushing onto the site. They can try to take the gravity well out. It's being used up. Rifles should be back.
Wait, are we gonna lose this round? I think we might.
Kelly has with the wide swing a little bit too much. Allows for a
Oh yeah, we lose this round, don't we?
Just Darian. Poppy's already gone. Not quite able to
Yeah, I remember this round. We should never lose this round. What the hell is this, bro?
With the pressure from behind, so DFM rushing onto the site. They can try to take the gravity well out. It's being used up.
I mean, we're so afraid because we're low HP, so Kelly is playing really far away. Derek's playing really far away. We don't peak with the gravity well, so we have to like kind of sprint in and try and just use our bodies to stop the defuse after this.
Rifles should be back.
It's a tough, you know, it's a tough situation, but it's definitely misplayed.
Allows for a Kami to get the shot in now. Down to just Darian. Poppy's already gone. Not quite able to.
Yeah, that's a pretty big round that we should be winning.
Right here. I love that he's wearing. Oh wow. Okay. I wanted it. Okay, I get.
Okay, DFM calls a timeout. See what the adjustment is.
Part of the map and really. Sure wall to switch up. Just gonna go for a passive.
Okay, out of the timeout, looks like we're gonna go for a showstopper exec. We've got these two alts. A lot of the time we would run just a would show the same default that we have been doing with cage camera, and then we would prowler through this and then just pop with the prowler with the raise alt onto site. Use the Astra alt like this, I think, or maybe like this. I can't remember, whichever one. But yeah, so that's probably the plan on this play.
On the A side, sure wall to trap anybody coming in through main.
That might be able to work in slowing things down for GE, who have been headed towards A repeatedly. Still just full sending it though. Down with the showstopper. All alone. He's been spotted.
Yudo panicked. He panicked with that raise alt. Didn't clear anything.
Still just full sending it.
Oh, it's because he's full blind too, yeah.
Things down for GE, who have been headed towards A repeatedly. Still just full.
Also, our scaling is very bad. We really need to be.
Slowing things down for GE.
Okay, we cage. We get in the cage. We're not ready for the vice wall to be moved. That's definitely part of it. But we hadn't done a very good job of figuring out where this vice wall is. At this point, I will say, we didn't totally understand the importance of like how to play against vice. Like, we were playing vice on some maps, but we hadn't really realized, like, and this is, you know, like this is like a coach thing, like theory wise, that vice's like true value on defense is the shear, and how you have to like figure out where the vice wall is, otherwise the game plan cannot go as normal. And so I don't think we'd ever figured out that it was here. We hadn't seen it middle, but we'd seen the vice over here a few times. So I think we just assumed the vice wall was here. We didn't really think about it too much. We just exec'd A, and it didn't work.
Still just full sending it though. Down with the showstopper.
All alone. He's been spotted.
What's the idea behind the no flashes comp? I mean, I think flashes are a little bit overrated as a piece of utility, personally. I don't think you absolutely have to have flashes. On this is just like,
so being able to stay
Fate is just a good agent on this map that combos well with the raise, and we really like the double senti on this map, so we just had no flashes.
Paranoia to push them out of position as well, trading kill for kill. But
yeah, I think this was probably a DFM anti also, like, because we'd played this a couple of times. Potentially we might have even scrimmed them on this map at some point. We might have scrimmed other people that maybe they had talked to. I don't know. But yeah, when we had this alt, I mean, I don't even remember necessarily like what our full playbook is, but I do know that when we have this alt, a lot of times we're just going to pop A. So if I know that, very good chance that they know that. So they see the raise alt, they see the Astra alt, they think probably this is going to be an exec A, move both senti pieces of utility over here, and then just fortify the A site. So this is actually just a good call from them. Makes a lot of sense.
Slowing things down for GE, who have been headed towards A repeatedly. Still just full sending it though. Down with the showstopper.
All alone, he's been spotted.
Who's DFM's IGL? At this point, it was Art. At this point, it was Art.
Nightfall goes through. They're trying to push through on Heaven, but they are blocked off with the smoke. The Trailblazer continues to check. Nobody right outside.
So being able to stay in control now, DFM puts up the shields. Manages to hold Jinbung though.
Paranoia to push them out of position as well, trading kill for kill, but DFM still ahead in numbers.
Yeah, so they did a good job stopping our exec, and then once we lose the Raze ult, it's very hard for us to brute force anything. And since we started 5-0, as in 5 players over here, 0 middle, 0 B, like we essentially just have to commit to this, so it's not going to go very well.
To their advantage.
As a coach, what's the idea behind countering the other team's anti and when to switch change comps and strats? So, I mean, I think anti is sort of like overstated a lot of the time, but obviously if you have like very obvious patterns, like you only do a specific round at a certain time, or you always do like one specific piece of utility, it becomes kind of readable. So essentially, ooh, okay, a little fake happening. Ooh, that's a big kill, man. Again, I feel like we did a lot of pretty good stuff. Like this fake call is really nice. We decide to Astra ult fake, go B. We pull a person over here, but then we just don't time this well. Like we just assume that there's 0 chance that there will ever be anybody here. We don't get the Astra close enough. Our spacing is just a little bit off. Obviously, we're close to the time running out. But if Derek just waits like another, 3-4 seconds for Poppy to get here, we're down to like 1:14, let's say. Or we're down to 14. Poppy gets here, then he can immediately trade this, maybe come back at the spike and go plant. But our coordination is just not tight enough.
They even invested, but there's the spike dropped! This is where it all falls apart! They can retrieve it, but he has to rush in. He just has to get the kill. Only 8 seconds. Akame knows the mission. He just needs to buy time. 4 seconds pass. Oh! He gets the kill.
Big clutch from him. Pretty bad round from us at the end there.
Continuing with
how does scrimming work? So basically there's just like a couple platforms that you can book scrims with other teams on. It's just like a calendar. You can set up, I want to play this map at this time, and you can request other people, and everybody just kind of like posts their own little like bulletins of like, hey, we're looking for this map at this time, etc. And then you can just request to play against them.
True, he knew that they would get 100% information, and it pays off. DFM able to convert that timeout. And now, continuing with that setup, the Vice over by the A, the trips in mid, even if it breaks, that's information. They have always been leaving it empty, so all they want to know is, okay, are you pushing up or not? They don't really have any sign so far of wanting to take over that mid control.
A bit more active control for DFM outside of Garage as well, with the smokes out from Jin. So now just trying to hold.
So one thing right off the bat, I'll say is like, I feel like with this mid control, at some point we're also going to need one of the extremity controls. If we only do mid control every round, we're really going to have some problems.
At least knowing that there is a bit more mid presence from GE. Jinbung.
Yeah, this is a much better move, though. This is what I talked about during that timeout. Do you push out a bit more aggressively on one side? And also, are you ready to potentially push out of A as well, since you've given up that mid position?
Yeah, they changed the Vice from B to A.
Now being cleared. DFM turning
What's
into
up, Cam Rockers? I'm doing all right. How are you?
That we've been talking about here in Kickoff 2025.
Still, though, as it continues to move across the map, I mean, now GE getting that space on towards B Heaven. It's being read by DFM. Now they're prepared to get them down as they try to push on through, but the swings, they don't quite pay off. Kelly's able to strike back against Jin. DFM, they're trying to fight back as well. Jinbung out from the top.
Okay, I will say that our waterfall from Heaven, our B hit from Heaven has been really good, really successful. We should probably lean into that more.
Akame sees him, and he will get the kill, but Yunotan gets a third as well, and that's going to be Akame.
Probably just continue to abuse that as much as possible.
Rush effective together as
just one apart on empty for DFM against them, masking that information and using the numbers advantage. This call is
okay. Looks like we're going for some fake mid pressure this time, and we're gonna try and pop A, probably with the Annihilation. Our A stuff has not been good so far, so I'm curious to see how this one works.
For yet another change on the setup from DFM.
Everybody hides, so they only see the Cypher here because it's just been the Cypher here the whole time. We're still currently faking like we're going into middle. We have smoked off this, and we've cleared vents here, so they don't know if there's anybody that has gotten in and crossed.
So you want to set up May in a bit of a position, but too much opposition.
So far, the macro of this round is decent.
Back off, rely on that sheer.
Unfortunately, there is a camera watching this as well, so just prowlering B main is not going to do much unless we actually come in and break the camera.
Wall for the delay.
While holding the sight line back in from screens.
Okay.
A little bit spotted out. Paint shells defend them off.
And now this is where things get a little problematic because like we get spotted with the Raze. Raze is generally going to be the character that's always with the group, which shows kind of where we're trying to go. So once Raze gets spotted, once we start putting utility into this, we need to commit to this probably.
So, a little bit spotted out. Paint shells defend them off.
And the net plus nade combo is very, very poorly
Trying
timed.
to trip that sheer wall, but not quite
So
able to
both
make it
pieces of
happen.
utility kind of
And
get
the Razor
wasted.
Vines
We decide not to use the Annihilation into the air as well.
Delay it just a
So
bit
now
more.
we're pivoting. Now we're mid-rounding, and I'm not really sure what we're going to do.
It allows for a reset onto Heaven, but you have to watch out. There's a guiding light. Love the safety from Art. But are you both able to get in just yet? They're just going to yield it. They say if you want to go Heaven to B, we have the setup there to try to anchor down on the site. Akame, he's got to get so many kills. He's going to hide behind the map. That Arcros needs to go big, and he does. He catches him in the sky, blind as a bad Yotan falls, eventually getting caught by the Annihilation. Sight still in favor of DFM. GE frantically trying to regroup in Heaven. They have to rotate over. They have to get the kill as well.
This is such a weird round. They're super over-rotated. We make a good pivot over here.
Towards the races. It's both teams racing towards the B side. Flash
This
sent
is a
through just by
good
little
mid-round
time.
call from
Crystal has
us.
slipped past it. Now holding back towards the defender spawn. The smoke comes up. The spray comes in. And also just
We need to get the spike down, though.
Spike down soon enough.
Yeah, Crystal waiting for his teammates and then helping clear out the site itself. The
Yeah, this
protocol
is
seems
a
to
very
be coming online
this
for
is a
GE.
solid mid-round call from us. It was a little bit risky because I mean
Into garage for that extra
we just had
space.
4 people
The Sonic
stomping this way,
sensors are
but
gonna delay any sort of push in from Alley, but they've already all dropped.
Art, he's looking to make something happen. May, though, in for the first peek.
Nice kill from
Unfortunately,
Derek.
drops to Darian, then the swing out from
Good
Jin.
double
Not
from
quite able to
Derek.
connect either. The Odin has to come up
Good
huge,
triple
but
from
only
Derek.
For the one. Down to the 1-on-2 for Jinbung. And he's thinking about the
And there
fact
should be
too,
no
many
time at this point.
considerations for Kelly S to then
Up in
so
Heaven.
that was some nice mid-rounding by Kelly and Crystal, whoever it was that
Actually
called
now,
that.
It's starting to show that as soon as G is able to really tighten up some of their
Pick up the Outlaw.
and not really wanting to aggress too far, too fast.
I like this
They are
adaptation.
able to take the lead against DFM. Still, though, DFM early control with outside of garage.
And just going to take up that entire space. Look at the just emptiness of Utah.
How are teams like Fnatic able to adapt on the fly? I mean, a lot of it is just like they have a good understanding of how the game works. Boaster is just very good.
The trigger on the wall.
Boaster's very good at understanding like how agents work and like what agents mean in a comp and like how you have to deal with them and that type of stuff. Obviously they've been in the process of developing the meta over the last several years, so they understand like, you know, how important it is to be able to react to what's happening and adjust what you're doing. And other teams are a little bit less experienced. I feel like our team was definitely a lot worse at like sort of, you know, against this type of comp you need to do this, against this type of comp you need to do this. And it's not because we weren't trying. Like, this is something that from day one I was talking to the players about. Like, we need to, as soon as we load into the map, we need to like look at their comp and talk about what it does well and what it does poorly. But our players were just not in a habit of doing that, and they just didn't really think about the game quite like that. So it's just not something that was one of our strong points.
Outlaw shot from Crystal. That's Akame already gone.
And now just complete disregard for all of the setups over by the A side. It's a good hit from May. Nice jiggles. GN answers back as well. So the trap play finding some value. Look at the push-up. Look at the push-up from Art. There's the judge.
Oh boy.
Spike.
Wait, why is the spike all the way
Not
over
gonna
here?
find
What the fuck?
trying to punish the trigger on the
What is the
wall.
plan in this round? We bait the wall, we go
Not
up
gonna find his
ramp,
target.
We pushed them out of
Tyler
vents to some
calls out
extent.
that most of A Heaven is clear as well. Oh, then the outlaw shot from Crystal. That's Akame already.
Okay, we break the trap. What is the plan here?
Now just complete disregard for all of the setup.
So we lose a player at A, which means we're probably going to have to... What are we doing? Okay, so we're trying to go A here. We're trying to go A because we get the kill. Poppy's going to grab the spike. He's trying to rotate across middle, but he's getting seekered, so he's trying to run away. Then at the same time, DFM is trapping middle. So then Poppy thinks, okay, I can't rotate across middle because there's 3 people middle, which is, you know, probably correct. So then he tries to pivot out this way to get over to A, but unfortunately, he runs into a judge.
It's a good hit from May. Nice jiggles. GN answers back as well. So the trap play finding some value. Look at the push-up. Look at the push-up from Art.
Yeah,
There's
it's
the
kind of a nice play by Art.
Dropped. No omen on the side of GE. They will have to run and retrieve. Only 30 seconds. Art holding an off angle. This one's tricky to read.
Yeah, I mean, I think the initial game plan here was just like get into A, prod, look for a kill, try and like create pressure here, and then come back into a B split. With Spike coming late this way. I think that was probably the plan. But once we get the kill over here and we realize it's the Vice, we decide, okay, let's actually just go A now because there's a bunch of people middle. So that's when this plan kind of like pivots into trying to be a swing over to A, which I think is like a fine call. It's just, this was a nice play by Art to take this timing and catch the spike.
He did have a judge last. They're not suspecting it at all.
Actually take that fight, the pinch down from mid. And also, truly, Art being able to push all the way out that active map.
How does Fnatic play this map with that Sentinel where you need 2 Sentinels? We don't need 2 Sentinels. We just liked how this comp played with our team. Also, Fnatic used to play Alfear on Cypher all the time, so only recently have they been playing no Sentinel. There's a bunch of comps that can work on every map. It's just a matter of figuring out what works best for your team.
DFM not quite ready for it. They just haven't done this the entire first half.
Not so much, but at least the one-way cage does buy a bit of time, and maybe Gen able to hang back from B having to hold and provide that support. But right now, GE is just eating out the util.
2 ults.
So he's trying to tell them, okay, well, you don't have any way to delay us anymore at this front.
They've got their ults.
So how are you going to fill the site itself? And then they'll continue to pressure point in mid to try to slow down their rotations. But it's a good scout out from Art. He does take a lot of damage, but does he bait them in towards the judge once more?
We smoke off vents.
Remember the memory back from last round.
So I assume we're going to create more pressure this way.
Maybe.
We're waiting for some sort of trap reaction, it looks like, first.
Taking their time with it. Slow creeps up.
I don't totally know why we're so slow to do this. This was definitely one of our problems, especially early on in the year, and really just throughout the entire year, is like, I feel like we would either second guess what we're supposed to be doing in the round, or we wouldn't like fully agree on what the correct move is. Because like, once we smoke this off, we really need to be creating pressure like this. At least come up and like boom bot this. I get we're probably expecting some sort of trap because they've trapped middle in the past, or we're worried about like a paranoia and a flash pop out of here. So maybe that's what we're waiting for. But then if we go quiet here and we have no pressure here and we're playing passive here, then we don't really have anything happening. And part of what you need to have happen in this game on attack is you need to like force the defense to give you information sometimes. And so we know exactly where Sky is, and I think that's basically it. We might know where Cypher is, but we don't know where the other 3 players are. And so we need to do something to cue a reaction, I think.
Really taking their time with it. Slow creeps up. They've re-cleared garage as well.
And there comes the Nightfall. Paranoia drawn out as well. But look at this, GE. The whole plan was always just keep them stacked up over by B. But that's 2 kills. They do not remember the fear of the art of the judge. One more. It's a nice attempt, but almost 4. And there's the last drop from May.
I really don't understand this. Why did we do this?
Time with it.
We know that this guy is here. We pushed him here. Why would we then go into this position? I don't get it.
Slow creeps up. They've re-cleared garage as well.
And there comes the Nightfall.
Like, what the fuck is this? We nightfall like this, and then we go this way? Why? Why would we do this? If we're nightfalling heaven, why don't we just rocket and follow the trail, like the trailer, and then just go get a kill? And then I don't understand. This might just be like a huge overcook where we're just like, let's just fucking turn this normal execute into be heaven into a fake for no reason. Yeah, I don't totally understand why we're doing what we're doing.
Paranoia drawn out as well, but look at this, GE. The whole plan was always just keep them stacked up. Oh.
Like I get that it's a fake, but why? Like, why would we do this fake at this point? Because you got to think about fakes. Like, what makes a good fake work is, first of all, the timing at which you do it. So, like, if the other team is really desperate to win the round, because it's like, you know, let's say it's like 12-6 or something like that. Like, if you fake when you're about to win the map, this will work like 100% of the time. Also, at like the timing at which you're doing it, 50 seconds, there's still plenty of time left in this round. So this is really not that believable as a fake. And then we haven't shown any pressure here. And we don't show any pressure here. So this fake is just like, what is the point of this? I really don't understand this call.
So GE really taking their time with it. Slow creeps up. They've re-cleared garage as well.
And there comes the Nightfall. Paranoia drawn out as well, but look at this, GE. The whole plan was always just keep them stacked up over by B, but that's 2 kills. They do not remember the fear of the art of the judge. One more, it's a nice attempt, but oh.
And then, like, you know, just to cut the players some slack, like, I will say that this, you know, like the caster said, it does keep 3 people over here by doing this nightfall. So, like, in some theory, yes, this does make sense, right? Like, we're doing the right thing. We're hitting the site that has the least amount of people. But we just have 2 ults that if you use these 2 ults together, it doesn't really matter whether there's 3 people on the site. You're going to win this fight. And so we're going with no information to a site where we have 0 pressure, 0 information about where anybody is, when we could just use our ults to exec together. So this just seems like kind of a pointless fake to be calling right now.
Well, but look at this, GE. The whole plan was always just keep them stacked up over by B, but that's 2 kills. They do not.
Anyway, I'll stop talking about the fake. What do I think about Venka? Is he promising? I've only seen him play like once during trials, and I don't really remember much about it. But I know that he's been sort of like talked about as being maybe the future of Indian Valorant, but I haven't really watched enough to actually know. But I've heard good things. That's all I really know, though.
So you're gonna have to
judge up though, still holding on to the judge. And Outlaw on the side.
Okay, our buy is pretty rough. We're just gonna go for a fast.
Just looking to send it straight into B heaven.
Okay, just trying to clear
greens. G just looking to send it straight into B.
Fast exec. Probably too early.
Not really anywhere else to go. May now
Probably too early to use the rocket. They counter with their own. We're brawling here. Poppy is very late to take space in B.
Everybody tagged up. Oh, they're all trapped.
Very hesitant to actually come through.
No, you can see that G.
Yeah, we need this. This guy's got to be through here. Like we're so fucked if we just get stuck here.
Really don't want to back themselves in towards ropes once again. So it's just May and Jinbum to hold on the other side of Mail. That's the first shot already. GE kind of pincered and trapped inside. They're going to hold their ground though while May over-aggresses.
Well, trying to push them in. Poppy, does he now have finally a chance to try to peek in with the Sheriff? Site cleared out. DFM will wait to
Okay, we do kind of scrap our way onto the site, which is good.
Just to hold on the other side. GE looking to get the spike down.
Mind games.
Oh, the timing's weird.
Spotted him right on the exit.
The timing is
Risky.
weird.
Waits for the Trailblazer.
They know the location, but Crystal, he's going to reposition. Trying to hold closer now, not behind the box anymore. And GN recognizes that there's a chance for the push in. He has to wait for his teammates to clear out some extra space. There's the jump forward. Crystal, he hears it. Not quite sure yet, but Poppy with 1 kill. On site, GN not able to line them up. Akame 1v2 drops right in front of.
Thoughts about signing Ban and his role on the roster. So basically between stage 1 and stage 2, when we made our changes, we realized that we needed people with more stage experience, and we needed people who were bilingual in Korean to help make Yudaton's game a little bit more comfortable and easy, since we were kind of building around him as the duelist for stage 2. So we looked at Yeoman and we looked at Ban, because both of them fit that sort of, you know, they're more experienced, they're a little bit older, they're bilingual, they have very easy access to Korea because they can just come into the country or already live in the country. And so we were looking at getting one of those two, and then it just ended up where we kind of like had to sign both. So we ended up getting both, and that definitely caused some role problems, but we were trying to solve an issue that we needed to solve. We probably didn't need to sign both of them. We just really needed one, but we got both.
Mentally for GE, who are, you know, standing upon the edge of elimination right now. Still though, comfortable on their defensive half. Got the setups towards the bear mesh already up.
You know, just trying to counteract that cyber cage, so eventually they'll recognize no crosses yet, and the wall's still up.
I don't really know what happened with Saya Player. I know that he tried out for us and it didn't go all that well, and that's about all I know.
I mean, that doesn't really change the plan for them. They will just hold that crossfire.
Yeah, not at all. Cam spots Art out by Garage though, while Yudotan comes back in to hold a little bit closer.
Yeah, the
Okay, really important pistol.
Lurk on the other side, trying to throw out a couple fakes there.
Kind of a rough attack half, but we still got 6 rounds, which is not bad.
Strength of numbers here for DFM. Huge
but now,
to Yudotan, a lot weaker now.
Now we need to play some good defense.
So instantly filling back in, Crystal out to the top of Heaven, but May repositions alongside his team as well.
They have to suspect this. They purposely pushed him into that corner.
Yudo goes 1 for 1. We've got 3 people over here.
Holding close. Still
Crystal looks away at just the wrong time. Doesn't fully clear the corner. We just lose 3 individual kills, and that's the end of the pistol.
Maybe a bit of a there. Now on to the next round though. Buying up. It's
Do I think T1 can win it all? I don't even know what their team is, so I have no idea.
Yeah, on towards the Marshall. Jinbong on a Ghost.
And we got triple Bulldog as well. So a bit of a heavier buy. Akame going to be a little bit on that back line as that Vice. So keeping that Marshall for himself. May already looking to charge forward with a Bulldog. So much space already taken by Jinbong.
I have no idea what T1's roster is, so I have no idea.
So looking to split through his cyber cage. Crystal marking the other side.
I assume they're keeping Izu, Meteor, and then I have no idea what the rest of their roster is. DH probably.
Go for aggression after the plan. But he takes Heaven fully. All they need to do is worry about behind the
Okay, we had a triple B stack with Derek anchoring on A. We get caught out, lose the site. Okay, round is over. We don't really do any damage.
Oh, so much for G.
Okay, first gun round. They've got a bunch of light armors. Would love to see an outlaw picked up here, but
this is where G gets the buyback
all
up.
good.
Yeah, waiting for that barrier mesh on a timing. Going to respond to Util.
League of Legends. Oh, I don't watch League, so I have no idea. I know that T1 has a team in League, and I know that Faker is very famous, but that's about as far as my League of Legends knowledge goes. So sure, I'm sure that Faker can get another world title. Why not?
Right. Does still have to get spent very early, and DFM wants to get rid of it ASAP. But one thing I also want to point out is that on this default, GE, look at how spread out the Cypher Util is and the Sonic Sensor. So a single nade not going to clear out the entire site on either side, because on the B side, you have the Astra as well.
And they haven't taken out the Baron
What are the
Rush
top
either.
prospects
Well,
for me right now that should get a chance in T1?
Planted
I mean, I
the
think a
flag,
lot of
but
them
Red
did
Bull's
get
top
picked
mid as
up
well.
from Ascension.
Waiting to see if there's
I think a lot of the
final
best
poke
Ascension
in
players
towards that
did get
barrier
picked
mesh.
up.
So GE securing all that information.
I think
but it
there's
looks
like some
it
players
might
in
be
Japan that I think
strong
should
hit
probably get a
towards
chance
that
on some
B
of the
side.
Japanese
You're not
teams.
seeing any tripwires. You're not seeing the cam. You see the jump up
From
from the
there's like a
Astra.
couple guys on
They
Fennel
will just draw the
and a couple
gravity
guys on
move.
Riddle order that I think would be good on like
That's the signal
Zeta
here for
potentially or
Jimbo
DFM.
to go across. Now he does get tagged, but they don't have full information on the side of GE, so they have to wait. They have to fish for information.
Bro, what are okay? I remember this round. This round
Final poke in towards
This
that
round was a
barrier. So
rage-inducing
GE
round.
Securing all that information, but it looks like it might be
Okay, so they're playing real slow. This is just like what they were doing on
strong
Abyss,
hit towards
trying to
that
make us
B side.
impatient.
You're not seeing any tripwires. You're not seeing
Poppy spots, sees 3
the
people,
cam. You see the jump up from the Astra,
so we instantly react like this.
and they will just draw the gravity.
Udaton's got the line here.
And that's the signal here for Jinbong to go across. Now he does get
I don't
tagged, but
know
they don't have full information.
what he's doing here. This seems like a bad play. Probably there should be some communication. Hey, they're not in B, and Udaton should then interpret that as, okay, well, if they're not in B, they're probably coming back to middle. But he seems totally unaware that they're not actually hitting B. Yeah, this positioning is just
On the side of GE, so they have to wait. They have to fish for information, and
Just
Udaton
not
waits
good.
for his curiosity, and that calls for Jimbo on a nice timing peak.
Oh man, Jinbong. Just so much already afforded to
30
DFM
seconds
with these
left.
tiny movements. Earlier on was the
would be my dream lineup. This time, don't repeat any player.
Ospos
Ospos in 2021, Ospos in 2022, Ospos in 2023, and Ospos in 2024. Sadak is the IGL.
It's just Darian here. He's hiding inside of elbow, looking to maybe deny the spike plant, but May's gotten it in a safe spot.
Yeah, I mean, they don't even care about fighting him. They'll just keep him trapped in here. There's the pain just pushes him out, and that's right into Art's crosshairs. It's a good setup. DFM is playing so calm, so patient.
Yeah, they're just really like waiting out our patience. This is a really bad round loss. Like Udaton's first death there was really bad, and then
Really no other option for
we were just kind of out of position after that. Do I see Ascension? What do I think went wrong with VLT and Boom? I mean, I think that VLT was unfortunately just there were just better teams at Ascension, both individually and like macro-wise, comp-wise, stuff like that. I think they had a nice run, but I think they were just better teams. And then as for Boom, I think they really struggled with their 2 new players. I feel like their 2 new players were pretty inconsistent, which put a lot of pressure on their remaining 3. And they had a lot of pressure, obviously, because they were in the league and then they dropped down and they had to, try and make it back through. And I think that they were just kind of an inconsistent team because they had 2 new players.
That's gotta hurt.
And so, like, they had really high highs, but also some really bad maps, too.
Saying, all right, we just have to go for it. And look at the read from GE. This side, we haven't seen them cross over. We haven't seen anything from B main. So everybody waiting for DFM on the A side. There's the C's, it catches R. There's the paint shell, doesn't get him. Eventually, May actually gets the kill.
Okay, what's happening here?
Go for it. Look at the read from GE. This side, we haven't seen them cross over. We haven't seen anything from B main. So everybody waiting for DFM on the A side. There's the C's,
Okay,
it catches
we've
R.
got
There's the
5
paint
people
shell,
here.
doesn't get him. Eventually, May actually
We have
side,
5
there's the
people
smoke.
here. We should never, ever, ever lose this round.
Catches R, there's the paint shell, doesn't get him. Eventually, May actually gets the kill. Onto Crystal, distraction's working out, but Udaton clean with the shot.
Still continuing to spam through the cage as well. Unfortunately, that's going to be Akame down now for DFM. The spike on the ground. Jinbong trying to take the
Okay,
kills
we're
up
not
there,
going to
but
lose the
gunned
round.
down by
Good
Poppy.
stuff.
Art fires back, but it's a 1-on-3. He kind of knows where his opponents are, but what he really knows is that the spike is down, needs to pick it up, doesn't have the time, goes in for the swing, but it's high.
Okay,
low.
good round from us. We thrifty.
2 rounds. Turns into May.
Steal the momentum back a little bit.
Out towards the exit.
May has ult. Udaton is 1 off of ult. Looks like we are just kind of in our standard setup here. It's going to be I over the top. These 2 might walk out and try and kill the Cypher. Kelly's going to wall this early. Poppy's going to anchor B.
Area. Slow, smooth is fast.
Can Envy have the same impact in Tier 1 without their 2 players? Probably not.
Next round coming up, it's going to be the Barry Mesh out towards mid.
Very far out as well.
Okay, broken.
Yeah, not risking any sort of cheeky peeks as they're trying to break it. But as you mentioned, it's broken very
I think it's going to be really hard for them to repeat what they had from Kane,
So because of that,
especially,
push out
but also
aggressively.
Ion.
They notice the Cypher, and they'll be able to push him back.
Jibu stays alive as well. The rest of the team is kind of asserting themselves up towards top of mid. Flashes out, looking for that quick take out towards B heaven. But
Really good grab net.
With the grab net. Looking for the spams. May in with the rocket.
Oh, shut
Huge round from Kelly. Insane round from Kelly.
What a hole! The grab net to buy time.
Total hero play from Kelly.
Get ahead of things.
Now we're trying to go get him the ace.
No reaction. I mean, this might actually fake you out a bit. Kelly says, wait, hold on. You didn't actually check this out.
There's the ace.
Get all up. Yeah, again, I don't think the read itself was terrible from DFM. They recognize one.
What's the news hinting at in the tweet? I don't know.
One was vent, one was male, and one was over by the A side, so it's weak, or two rather, by A side, so you know it's weak on the B side. You want to just barrel through, but the grab net hits everybody. So much delay on this side. Grab net sees, and then the double sentinel usage all the way through with the traps, and then you've got...
Okay, we've got 2 big ults. For some reason, we've got both of our big ults in middle. I don't know if I love this. I kind of wish we were doing some sort of trap with these.
Astra. I mean, you have to drop this Yuto a little bit faster if you want consistent rounds.
That is something to watch out for.
So,
Deadlock, especially with the
aggressive
right
wall again, which is going to allow us to stack towards A.
Dog has been cleared.
Now you know that
Should be obvious they're coming A. Let's start moving over to A.
So you are banking on the fact that it should be A. There's a showstopper. He just launches it close. Yudoton not holding.
Yudo fights into them. Not bad.
Does get traded off. May comes in deep. Kelly S. He has to watch out. There's the annihilation.
Okay. Nice ult from Kelly.
He gets saved. He's gone. It's just too late.
And we shut down their hit.
And that's the round 2 possibly as well. 2 on 4 for DFM. They hang back out.
Their money's still going to be fine for next round though, so
how do you re-aggress off of this? Look at the
we're going to have to win the next round without ults, it looks like.
I mean, they still have the trip as well in vent, so the only thing you're worried about is pushing through screens, getting the kills up on Daring. You don't need to necessarily fight this. No reason to equalize the numbers. GE, you just need to not give the 1v1s. Kelly S gets 1 kill, now back down to a 3v1, and the spike is down. A much safer position.
Now this is unwinnable for them. Okay, so 9-9.
Flood or a rush play, but it's completely stopped and halted.
Okay, they've got Vice ult.
The blind rush through so far, 2 rounds in a row, they're not working. There's just too much.
They pull out the Odin.
Just not quite considering the
They're
possibility
creeping
of
up
a
middle.
showstopper in that last round, let's be honest. So DFM, they won't take things a bit slower this round. They have their own steel garden, so that's something they can use.
We
to their
smoke it
advantage.
off. We keep somebody on the line.
Maybe kind of trading rounds in favor of the ultimates, like pulling those ultimates away from GE, then looking to make something happen. But right now, out towards mid, feeling quite a bit of pressure.
Again, just a super slow round from DFM.
Yeah, that razor vine thrown forward.
We got to just stay patient. Okay, wall gets thrown out around 1:05. So this is like, what, 35 seconds of delay unless they break it? Something like that.
You weren't crossing over. Doesn't really find much value. It gets erased immediately as well. So not much space created, not much value gained. But the barrier mesh instantly.
How was I feeling map 3 Lotus split 2 against Team Secret? I mean, that was a crazy game. We'll get there eventually. Like I said, we're gonna go through every single game that we played this year, and I'll give you all the info that I've got. Okay, we got 4 people on B. We have 4 people on B. Everybody is looking here. We have nobody watching middle. I'm a little bit worried by that. Yep, we had 4 people watching this choke when they were not out. Nobody watching middle. Yudo walked through the smoke alone. This timing is not good. I don't know why we had 4 people watching the same choke point and nobody watching middle. This seems like a huge mistake. We definitely need to have somebody checking this much earlier. And we're probably going to lose the round because of this.
Does pull some attention away though, so allows for the trio to push up in the mail, and that's Jen taking down Yudotan. Poppy though, still holding from backside. Akami trades. Crystal now from the bottom takes down 2. Jinbun with the trade as well.
Big
though,
kills
so
from
now
Crystal
able
to give us a
somewhat take the
chance.
side a little, but things are still
Huge
opening up
1v1.
from
Derek
GE.
wins it.
Darian, the shot from heaven.
Gets the
And
info.
now grouping up, they know he's still on the site. One more ping. He's
This
behind
Vice
the
wall is
pillar.
pretty good for Akame though, because he knows that
But the
nobody's
duo,
coming from here.
they're waiting for him to peek out for information for that 1v1. They know he's still by the pillar in the middle of the site.
Okay,
A
double
2v1.
drop.
What's the position? It's going to be a double swing, but Akame!
God damn it, man.
The pillar in the middle of the site.
Just slightly better communication here. Like when we swing, one person's got to go wide. If you're gonna swing this, you got to go. One person just fucking wide swings, the other person trades. But they both go short.
He eliminates them 1 by 1.
Talk about slicing the pie. He doesn't need it. Just quick with the.
That was a huge, huge round.
Still though, keeping themselves in the game off of plays like that.
Again, just like the micro comms of just like not quite coordinating that well. Obviously, really good shots from Akame as well.
Still though,
You know,
Ultimate's now
it
up
is what
by
it
1 for
is.
GE.
Sometimes people just outplay you as well.
Newton noted.
But we definitely could have played that situation a little bit better.
Not able to take away that Razor Vines again, but it simply means no one's pushing out. Space not quite taken. I was getting a little worried there, pushing up that far with a spike in his hands, but he'll back off.
Just to hold.
But money's still okay.
He's looking for that bear mesh. That
2 players who are not going to be able to buy next.
Oh, there it is.
They've got several players that are kind of low.
Immediately.
Cool. Okay,
Got
grab that
the
rated.
Fade alt available.
Sonic sensor still online.
Burn the
Yudo's
Prowler.
waiting for that information. Goes for
Yudo
the spray. There's one get the
spamming.
kill, but
Okay,
Kelly
big
is
spams
done.
from
It's a
Kelly
nice
and
little
Yudo.
crossfire in the smoke.
Okay, now we just need to chill. Now we just need to chill. We stopped their mid pressure. We've got anchors here. Just relax. No need to do anything crazy.
Akame trying to spray back as well. No! He gets sprayed down by Kelly S instead.
The Phantom's doing work right now. No sky available. No flashes from anybody. Jinbun trying to open things up. That was a quick clip available. No flashes from anybody. Jinbun trying to open things up. That was a
Yeah,
quick
he
clear.
just kind of owns Crystal.
Pushes through on a timing. Darian knows where he is and he waits for it. Chooses
Good
the right
duel
angle
from
on the
Derek.
peek out, and he will clean up. that
Poppy
A
playing
side.
very
Now
committed
it's
here,
just Poppy
but gets
waiting for
the
it.
duel.
Down to 1.
And 4v1. I think we're going to win this round.
E holding.
Curious on the way Crystal died in the 16th round. I don't know what the 16th round was. That was a while ago. That's too far away. I don't. What happened? I don't remember what happened.
I mean, he is the one on fire right now, so I like this choice. Normally, you'd still see teams like this be like, all right, well, May, here's the rifle. But right now, Akame on that second line of attack. He's been firing on all
Okay,
cylinders.
early
Let
spot.
him
We
have
know
that
that they're
rifle.
taking B early. They're not breaking the mid
What's
wall.
he gonna do with it? For now, with the bat.
Probably we need to be shifting this guy over here quickly. We've got the cam watching this. We've got 2 people watching lower. Yuditon needs to be rotating to B right now.
Line support slowly inching forward in towards B, something that G might not expect. Poppy kind of reads it though, hangs towards the back. Grafnet does connect in towards Akame, so no, that's
He's a
already
little
the
bit
hero
late to
vandal
get
gone.
here, but good hold from Kelly and
The
Poppy.
gravity well call. It was so good from Poppy. Heads up.
This was a pretty good protocol that we had where when they start coming in B, we smoke this off and then we group on like this side of the site and we fight into this angle. Because then you can potentially have like really nice high lows where you get people up in heaven and you get people swinging from back pillar like this, and it's a little bit harder for the other team to fight into this angle while they're trying to scale up this way as well. So I like how we
Just
played and
recognizes
positioned
that
here.
It's going to be a potential creep in. Separates the entire army, and that's the weapon down.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, sometimes players make like random
Trying
mistakes
to-
or they hear a noise and they look the wrong
And a
way.
little bit
It
more
happens.
across the map as well, while the rest of the team carefully inching forward to up mid.
Do I think
Brandon's
Odin
giving
usage
them
will
the
increase
position
more
over
than
that.
snipers after
G
energy
peeks
run?
out,
I mean, it
gives
should.
them those 1v1s, gives them the headshots, but look at G's positions.
It
They
should.
have no intent on doing so. Cam watching Heaven over here for Crystal. He's got the long range down with the Outlaw. Every angle covered. Little bit far on that flick over.
Okay, 2 people rotating through spawn.
Still lets him know that he's there.
Yeah, with the miss though. Now the call made from DFM trying to get
We've
under
got
the site.
full
There should
util.
be the spike planted. On going out, just
Checks
make sure they're not holding
close.
close. And G, they need to wait for backup, but look at May's position, trying to make sure they can try to win this round.
Okay,
turn
this is
things
a good
around.
ult from
Went
Crystal.
all the way for a late lurk.
Clears out Heaven.
Starting to break through though. The timing isn't going to be in favor of May. Unitorn already takes down 2. May just not have enough time.
May will not have enough time.
This
at
was
this
good
point.
scaling, good
Arts
utility from
looking for
us.
right clicks, he gets at least one. Oh, swaps over to the knife. Crystal. May
Nice
does
job. We take the lead. All right. At this point, we're feeling pretty good. We've come all the way back. We're in commanding. We're in command of this half. They don't seem to really be able to figure out how to beat what we're doing. They do have the rocket, so this is kind of like the most important round potentially of the entire series. If we can avoid losing to the rocket, we're probably going to be okay.
Kelly S, one away from the annihilation, continuing to be a menace outside of mid.
Sees nade combo. A counter proactive trap here. They get a sniff of it and the swing out from Darian as well to make sure
Early
that
kill.
there is no counterplay.
Let's go back and watch this one more
Proactive
time.
trap here.
So yeah, this is like a trap that we were running a lot off the camera. We're gonna fade C's here and then nade on top of it. The coordination of this is quite nice.
They get a
You
sniff
can
of
see
it
this
and
guy's
the swing
basically
out
owned. Derek probably didn't need to swing there, but it is what it is.
Darian as well to
Get the
make
early
sure
pick.
that there is no
We wall
counterplay.
middle.
Unfortunately, Jinboo's life all for naught.
How do I rate May?
Had the setup from
He's
the other end,
very
but no
skilled.
trades found.
May
and Akame just
I think DFM does a lot to enable him
Yeah,
to
they
get
heard it,
really
though.
good stats, but he's
Look at that,
obviously a
back
very
off. They
skilled
saw
player.
the raise over by the A side. They're
They do
not
a pretty
quite
good
sure
job
what
of
the
playing
setup is
around
in
him.
mid. They don't want to risk the 50-50 or the double swing. So GE, they'll back out. Just look for the trades on B Heaven.
He's a little bit
flashes
like
over Jen,
Ospas,
looking to
where like
capitalize, but nothing
he
found.
doesn't just like
Whoa, what?
he doesn't just like randomly dive into situations. He's a little bit more sort of like careful with how he takes his fights, and I think that leads to him having like pretty good stats most of the time.
Flashes over, Jin looking to capitalize, but
What
nothing
is this
found
kill,
either.
by the way?
B Heaven.
What
Flashes
is this
over,
kill?
Jin looking to capitalize, but nothing found either.
Whoa!
Straight shot from me.
Okay, well, the fadeaway
I don't know
works
about
out
that
on
one,
the
chat.
side. Crystal has to fight for his life, but Yudotan arrives just in time. The
I don't
fadeaway
know
works
about
out.
that kill, chat.
Either.
Whoa,
Straight shot from me.
Okay, well, the fadeaway works out. Opens up the A side, Crystal.
Okay, Crystal kind of puts himself in a bad spot here. He really needs to be. I mean, he's kind of fucked actually. Because we've lost control of middle, so he's worried about vents. We've lost control of sight, so he can't really play on rafters. He really just needs to fall back and play from this spot. Instead of walking forward and trying to like get a timing, he needs to just play from here. But he's also trying to make a play because we're down a player.
Okay, well, the fadeaway works out. Opens up the A side. Crystal has to fight for his life, but Yudotan arrives just in time. There's it from the shadows, but May, he's not good for all of them. Yudotan holding strong. He has backup once again in the form of Kelly S. It's a double swing, and they'll take down Art. The spike does make its way
Good
into
swings.
the site.
3v2.
2v3. DFM would
We've
like
got
nothing
Kelly's
more than
ult.
to get one extra pick before they go for the plan.
Not quite safe enough. At least the smoke refreshes, and there it goes up outside of screens. But nobody's watching elbow. Annihilation sent through. A bit of a shot.
Okay, good trades.
But unfortunately, Akame just kind of gunned down. Showstopper in hand as well. And Yudotan able
Okay.
to blow things up
Map
on the site.
point.
No chance in
Map
hell
point.
for Jin.
I love that Yudotan doesn't even fire blind. He just
How much will pro play change if replay system is available? If it's available for pro games and like custom games, it'll change a lot because it'll become so much easier to ante what people are doing. You'll be able to just actually look from their POV exactly what their setups are and stuff like that, which is going to completely change how the game works. But if they don't implement that, then it's not going to change very much.
that fadeaway, he's just the chosen one for DFM. They gotta keep him forever because that would have been ridiculous. But nice and safe playing with the calculations here from Yudotan. Nothing too flashy in this match. So
Didn't need to use 2 ults. I mean, no, we definitely didn't need to use 2 ults, but at the same time, I don't mind using them to secure, 12, because it secures overtime at the very least. Obviously, we would love to have the showstopper here, but it would be much worse if we had lost that and it was 11-11. So I don't necessarily mind using the ult there just to make sure. We could have maybe used the ults a little bit better, but honestly, I think that was okay. Crystal picks up an op. This is something he likes to do from time to time. On Initiator, just randomly grab an op. He's pretty good with the op, with the scoped weapons. So I think this is cool. May's got this, they've got this, and they're also one off the Seekers. So really big ult rounds potentially coming in for DFM. I think potentially we should have been thinking about doing some sort of trap in the mains. One of the 2 mains, just because we don't really want them to exec on us with this stuff. But it looks like we're just going to play kind of like a standard passive. We're playing double stack hold here. We're playing cam contact with a raise on rafters here. Crystal's opping middle.
But doing what he needs to. This time May online with the showstopper. Steel guard and still in the hands of Akame as well.
Okay, we show the op early in middle.
The operator being sounded off in mid scares them away. And look at the setups. Over by B, it's going to be a double. They've done this before when they want to kind of close things out. It is going to be that 12-10, the double high-low setup over by Garage.
Yeah, trying to do it again. But off for DFM.
Now, unfortunately, I think we kind of fucked up here where Crystal... Let's see. Actually, I want to go back and look at Crystal's util usage. Okay, so early eye here. Early eye, we've got a trip here. I don't know where Derek's cam is. He has cam in pocket. He hasn't used his cam yet.
Online with the showstopper, Steel guard and still in the hands of Akame as well.
We show the operator. He immediately uses a prowler.
The operator being sounded
I don't know why he used that prowler.
off in mid.
Okay, camera's now here.
Scares them away. And look at the setups over by B.
He spams the op again. He uses another prowler. I think this is a big mistake. And we've also used Boombot. So we've literally used 2 prowlers, an eye, and Boombot, and we've confirmed that there's nobody here. But now, what the fuck do we do in the rest of the map? How do we clear anything else? I think this util usage is not good.
When they want to kind of close things out, it is going to be.
And then we smoked off our own op.
That 12-10, the double high-low setup over by Garage.
Yeah, trying to do it again. But off for DFM, trying to hang back. This does take quite a bit of time away, though, and still...
Okay, so they go for this to try and clear ramp and middle.
Holding on to their utility. The Steel Garden tripped off, but I don't know what much it finds. And
Crystal does get a pick, which is good. The eye comes back up. We wall aggressively and start to rotate over here. We're a little bit late on this, though.
Through with the op. I mean, they wanted to try to get Heaven control so they could maybe even potentially rotate over to B, but like you said, it finds no value there as the op. He takes it down, but is he ready for the trade? He's just gonna get launched out, tries to avoid it, but you're never going to. You'll land right back at the pool.
Okay, now we're not really sure what's happening. This is super weird for us because there's a trip here, there's a trip here, and there's a wall here. The only place that we've seen people is here and ramp. So they basically have to be in this position or in this position.
This, I mean, it looks like it's going to be the beginning of the end.
Yudo takes a fight by himself. I mean, his positioning is good. His crosshair placement is not great, but kind of unfortunate. I mean, this guy has 10 HP. Somehow he doesn't kill Jian. He whiffs on May. Derek is not ready to swing Heaven. He's like half a second too late to swing Heaven. I'm pretty sure that they're communicating too, like, hey, I'll swing off of you. Dude, I mean, how is this guy alive? He has 10 HP. There's 2 people shooting at him. We can't hit a single, like, foot, toe shot, anything.
Going to be the beginning of the end, Darion.
Fucking hell, man.
2 members closing in. He wants to choose the 1v1s. He tries to find a timing, but May breaks through.
I cannot believe we lost this round.
May Jimbung will find another as well. Perhaps we spoke too soon, because DFM...
Genuinely, how did we lose this round? It's just... Oh, how did we lose this round, guys? How the fuck do we lose this round?
Just isn't quite done yet.
Hold on. It is Poppy.
The Clutch Master himself. Cosmic Divide already used, but GN getting ahead of it. Just 10 HP, but he's been so quick today. Poppy swings out, and GN is good.
So far, it still
Do I think the judge is broken on split? Yes.
With the effective setups, that grab net still... Can they make it happen again? You're all thinking about it, but so far it still has been GE with the effective setups. That grab net still being able to
God, what a whiff, man.
All the heroics across the board.
What a double whiff. Oh, what a fucking double whiff there. That's crazy. That is crazy that we didn't kill that guy.
Right now, to even just try to bring this to overtime. GE, they want to close this out. They want to get backstage.
Okay, we're playing heavy middle. We go for the early wall. They're going ramps. It's like the same round that we watched over and over and over that we keep winning over and over and over. So we got 4 people towards A. We've got a perfect read on this round. We literally have a perfect read on this round. 4 people at A. They're hitting A. We have 4 people here. They don't have any ults other than the Sky ult.
Trying to get ahead of the Seekers. He gets caught.
They fucking teleport behind Udaton.
And then it's going to be a repinch onto the Flood.
And he's out here on his own. Kelly is stuck behind the smoke.
Seekers, he gets caught, and GN crosses over onto the rafters and opens up heaven.
GrabNet avoided and baited out as well. But into the site though, Crystal.
What? Why is Kelly rotating like this?
Alongside Darren still holding strong.
They are spotted. The paranoia keeps them tied up.
What is this round? 4 people in spawn? What am I watching, bro?
DFM waiting for the rotation, but they might get caught themselves. They have to watch out. They have to watch out for their positions. They're giving the peeks. GN trades 1 for 1.
Just chill. Just chill.
Kind of hangs back, but into the site.
Why? Why are we peeking? Why are we peeking? Just hold. Just hold. They can't go anywhere. They can't go anywhere, guys. There's a trip here. We got 2 people on site. They literally cannot leave this area of the map without us knowing. Why are we peeking them?
Waiting for the rotation, but they might get caught themselves. They have to watch out. They have to watch out for their positions. They're giving the peeks. GN trades 1 for 1.
Kind of hangs.
Just chill, bro.
Into the site. Crystal, another shot through. Jinbook taking down Poppy. The spike has been dropped, though. 40 seconds on the clock now.
Darion and Crystal grouping together.
We're still trying to fight them.
They do. They split, but Darion...
Oh my god, they double swing and then Crystal goes back while Derek swings wider. Holy fuck, what a throw. What a fucking throw by Global Esports.
Crystal will fall to the hands of May. He says the game is not done just
What a throw by Global Esports.
We are going to overtime.
Jesus.
Just as it all happens.
Have mercy.
They had the setup. They had 4 players stacked up on the A side.
This was a nice entry by them.
Breaks down.
This was a good peek by Kelly. And then if we just chill and we just contain them, we win this round. We win the map. We go to Lotus and we win the series.
DFM slowly able to break on through thanks to Jen, who actually TPs from the side onto
God, this makes me so fucking mad. God, that makes me so mad to watch. Holy fuck. What are we doing? What are we doing? Chat. These streams were a mistake. I'm gonna have incredible trauma after watching all of these games.
starts with GE's attack.
And Art on it.
All right, back on the attack. We're in overtime.
Close. Clears out garage.
Remembering that proactivity that started to pay off in that first half.
With an Odin though.
The smoke lets him have that angle. The util comes in, it's just gonna be a spray. I mean, we've seen what this guy can do with the Odin. He isn't just any other player, but there's a spray from May, trying to keep them at bay. But they get over. The tripwire broken a little bit late, but you still have to respect the vent space.
And Jinbung backs off. Does have the camera, so might be able to hold it out from screens, but then you're giving up quite a bit of space up A heaven as well. At least no trap plays this time, and GE is able to get a little bit more space on through. Thinking back in towards Mail.
Okay, god damn it, dude. We did it again. We did our mid vents default, and we didn't break the camera, and we didn't create any pressure here. We just made a bunch of noise in middle, and then we just sat in middle.
Is able to get a little bit more space on through. Thinking back in towards Mail. May, as well as Jen.
Okay, we spammed this angle earlier.
Art can only focus on garage, and there's the creep in. They didn't want to get caught by the trap play, but they will get shot down by May. They're once again trapped in Mail. There's the paint shows. They have to split. They'll avoid the bulk of the damage, but Chien once again holding by the rafters. May comes back in onto the site for support. It's a high-low. There's the spray down. May catches their attention.
This has been like the only thing that's been working for us on attack, so they have decided to stack the B site, come up with a slightly better plan. Unfortunately, Crystal solo peeking that angle when we'd already pre-fired it before, spammed it before. It's tough.
There it is. A bit of a chance for GE to pop as he holds up from the top.
Is it truly May who determines?
All right, is it the last round?
Will be done. The superstar hero picked up last year for DFM.
Same general setup. Deadlock raise middle, shift over here, early deep wall. Probably the wall is still a little bit too early. Should probably be delaying this a little bit more.
Maybe, just possibly, but still.
A double kill trips. Cam for here. We can stay stacked in this area of the map because we've got camera watching here. Crystal probably can play off the cam, or you could maybe even shift a little bit over if we want to kick rotations like this.
Clear onto that mid side. No tags on that guiding light, I believe.
Okay, we do.
Their favor, though. They're able to kind of
we shift Udaton over.
Well, Udaton trying to use it against them, trying to hold that off angle.
Oh, Boombot.
Yeah, eventually goes back towards that B side. So now you know the raise over.
Boombot sees nobody, gets fake information. Udo playing way too aggressive. This is just a tough, like, I mean, I don't know if you just expected the Boombot to maybe tag this guy, because you can't see through the smoke, so he just assumes the Boombot bounced off of this back wall, maybe. Because he seems really confident that nobody's here. Like, kind of timing the Boombot. I don't know. The Boombot is, like, fake info unless you use it really, really well. But no support here is, like, God, we could just be playing this doubled together. Like, we don't need to be watching the choke point when there's nothing at the choke point.
Udaton taking a very risky position. Oh my God. And the sonic sensor not going to help him there. Poppy takes a lot of hits, but
Kelly gets two. Poppy's alone. He's slowed.
He's stuck in the razor vines. He can't move.
He keeps making noise. He's so stuck.
DFM knows this. They have him pinned. Poppy, 29
takes one more step. Poppy. Oh, it's so tough, bro. Poor Poppy, man. Poor Poppy, man.
The spike slowly making its way. GN goes for the plan. Separated Crystal and Darian. They need to win their fight. May's ready for the swing around. He's ready for everything. He gets the shot. No.
Okay. Crystal has eye still, no? Okay, yeah, he does have eye. He eyes in the smoke.
May's ready for the swing around. He's ready for
okay, he seizes here, eyes in the smoke. I think that's probably fine. It pushes the Omen back. Derek swings.
1v2, the swing out. It's the double.
Ah, it's so close, bro. Fucking hell, man.
14-12, Jin carrying the Japanese flag over across the finishing line.
Oh, it's painful to watch. It hurts. It hurts watching that back.
They saved themselves from elimination. What a tight and close
We should have not lost that map.
Bear hug from Art to GN. You have to imagine what that guy
Should
was
have
going
not
through.
lost
Everyone
that
had their
map.
eyes on him. Everyone said, well, Sess looks so good. Is this guy really a good pickup? He comes in, just not able to log into the server.
And that was the end of Kickoff. That was the end of Kickoff. We got eliminated. Boom. Dropped out. 9th through 12th with Boom, Secret, and Zeta Division. If we had won that, we would have gone on to play Paper X, who were not playing very well at this point. So maybe we can beat them. I think we were beating them in scrims pretty consistently at this point in the year. So we probably could have won this game. I don't think we would have beaten Gen G. But you never know. But it didn't happen. We lost. We trolled. We got eliminated. It's over. Okay, a couple more questions. Let's see. I already answered the question about Ascension players. What are the 3 best maps in Valorant, and what are the 3 worst maps? I mean, I kind of like all of the maps. I don't really mind any of the maps, to be honest. I think probably my favorite to like make strats and stuff for are probably like Split, Corrode, and maybe like Fracture or Haven, maybe something like that. Worst maps, yeah, like I said, I don't really mind any of the maps. I think all the maps are fine. Except actually I think Sunset might be my least favorite map. I think Sunset is a map that I don't like very much. But also the thing is, like, if I'm ever not very good at a map, or like the team that I'm coaching is not good at a map, I kind of just take it as like an extra challenge, which makes me kind of like the map because I want to like work at it. But yeah. Let's see. What was my first game as head coach for GE? My first game as head coach for GE was this one against DRX in stage 1. So when we come back to the stream, I probably will stream tomorrow. It might be another couple days. I'm not sure. We're just going to continue to go through these matches. So when we come back, we'll get to see the revenge game against DFM. We'll go into stage 1. I'll give you some more context about what happened between Kickoff and stage 1. We'll talk about roster moves, stuff like that. And then we'll just kind of work our way through. So, yeah. That's sort of what the schedule is going to be like. Let's see. Am I still with GE? No. Read the pinned comments. Who's the coach currently for GE? I don't know. MCE is not the coach for GE. He is the head coach for Maryville. Let's see. If I was given a chance to join GE again, would I for 2026? I mean, I would have. I was in talks with them. I was in negotiations with them, and then they picked somebody else. So, no, at this point, I would not rejoin them for 2026. But yeah, we will go into stage 1 tomorrow, or maybe the day after tomorrow. I'm not totally sure exactly when, but should be an interesting one to go through these games, talk about what was going on. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all the good questions and stuff. I'm going to go take my dogs for a walk and eat some lunch. Appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your day, evening, whatever it is, and we'll see you soon, okay?